Otto Ross.
Huh.
Is Steve a reference to something?
Steve? No, that was a random name I gave him at the end of the last campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Since I think when he asked y'all didn't come with us, so Steve now.
Oh, I don't have a snack bowl. Damn it. I got 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
All
I'll
right.
start recording.
All right.
Be interesting if you try and use that eye.
Does it go away if you have both of them attuned? 'Cause I didn't see it say it again when both were attuned. Is it just when it's by itself or always?
Well, I mean, in D&D Beyond, there should be an item that's for both hand and the eye.
Let's see. Uh,
I think it would be both.
let's see. uh, uh, it seems like just the eye has that. If you use the spells from the eye, the hand doesn't.
Well, I mean, because what's interesting is the fact that since he's technically dead, I just don't know whether or not that it would actually come into effect. Because I mean, his spirit is gone, so he just doesn't have a body yet.
Yeah.
It's not going to be for like 70 something years. I was thinking it would just be Battle of Wills. Roll off, basically.
Yeah, if I tune to both, I get some great properties with it.
If I think you get some, also get two major detrimental.
Uh, That's actually more to my size.
Well, cause I shrunk your mini down. I made him shorter. Cause I mean, unless you want to be that actual small.
Who's he?
Cause small, technically size small is like in lower.
Yeah, I'm 2 foot.
Okay.
I become medium in the transformation, and yeah.
All right. They can literally just carry you around if they want to.
Yeah, man, I'm so like dark and charred, and while holding up the produced flame, I probably just look like a candle on the table.
And in spite of you being size small, you'd still be able to pick me up because I'm only 31 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, disembodied only weigh a quarter of what they would have, or only weigh a quarter of what they would have weighed before becoming ripped. They're pretty much almost entirely a ghost.
I'm carrying 15 pounds. Did I write a weight for myself? I weigh 75 apparently.
That's
Don't
a
know where that
The
number came from.
laptops.
that's a really heavy shorty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know if I just threw it in there because I didn't know, or if I pulled it from somewhere.
Think if you're gonna
I
be 2 feet, you'd probably be more like probably 30 pounds or less.
Did I pull it from the size comparison or something?
I
Oh no.
got mine just by looking at what weight an elf would be and then cutting it into a quarter.
Yeah, that works too.
Or what do you think I should weigh? I'll edit it.
I would say for being 2 feet, I would say 20 pounds or less.
Okay. Background.
I do hope it's not a problem, because, you know, I know that everyone in the group is patient and everything. The laptop is still trying to update Steam because I haven't touched this thing in almost a week.
No
Funny is
worries.
Steam hasn't done any updates as far as I know.
There we go.
Yeah, I had somebody online point out that it feels like every time that they ever open Steam, even if it's like, you know, multiple times in a day, it has a quick update. And I realized reason for that might be because it might be some kind of thing where because Steam has so many sales and so many games constantly releasing, I think it's a matter of every time that a new wave of sales or a new wave of games is released onto the Steam store, they have to update the Steam page
Maybe.
instead of just, you know, live updates like, you know, the Xbox and stuff does. I'm guessing that it's every time that a sale or something comes on, it has to update the app.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I could think of for it having to update every time I turn on the computer. Oh, I can't wait until we get back to our springtime job in March. We're so close. Once we get there, I can start saving some extra funds and stuff, and after a couple months, I'll have myself a better laptop.
You actually be able to use Tailspire.
Yeah, I'm planning on going for something along the lines of the Dell Inspiron 15 or something similar. So I'll be jumping from, if I go for something similar to that, I'll be jumping from the AMD A4, which has 2 cores in it, to I think it's 8.
Yeah, that's a
Nice.
big difference.
How many threads?
uh, let me check here. Because if I go for the Dell Inspiron, I gotta pull open the thing. The Inspiron isn't directly a gaming laptop, but it'll be significantly better than what I have, you know?
Yeah.
It's...
I think that this.
Okay, if I do the i5, it's 1235U, 12 megabyte cache, 10 cores, 4.4 gigahertz. I could probably have to
All we're missing is Jerry.
Yeah, he's on his way home.
The one that I'm gonna be shooting for, which is the i5 version of the Inspiron 15, is 12 threads.
Nice.
So if I actually end up saving up for something like that, then that'll kill out the problems I've been having, and then this laptop can go fully back to being my mom's because it is hers.
Without,
It's
I
gonna be
can't.
a while before I start saving for that, though.
The only thing I can upgrade on my desktop is more RAM. Really, without upgrading to a new motherboard and DDR5 and
Not
all
yet.
that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be going for any of the crazy stuff when I do that, because I'm still gonna be using the integrated UHD and the 8 gig RAM, since I'm still trying to make it cost effective whenever I do actually save up for it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think the next upgrade I'm gonna do is add some more RAM. I don't need it, but
I saw
I'd like to have just the extra RAM.
also, yeah, Pharaoh, we cannot hear you if you're able to hear us. The I saw a picture online
Are you
that
going with
kind
an
of made
Intel
my
or
soul die.
AMD CPU?
It's the Intel i5 is
Mm.
what's in it.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Where am I at?
Here's the difference though. The computer that I'm currently running on, compared to that one would be 2021 release, so it's only a few years old. So it should be
Oh,
able to do everything I need it to do. I mean, it says it can run Skyrim, so
The important thing is upgradability, as long as you can always go up from where you are.
yeah.
yeah. Before my last desktop gave out, I had it since 2010, and it was still running DDR3 up until last year, and I tried to play Star Citizen on it. I think I fried it.
No, see, what I was gonna say is I saw an image recently where it was like the inside, and I'm hoping so bad that it was already like a fried PC, right? That they did this with, because I couldn't imagine doing this to a working one. Oh, it was an image that said, "Guys, is this enough thermal paste?" And it's the entire motherboard completely coated in it. It's like, oh god.
Oof.
It's like, yeah, is this enough thermal paste?
I will say I went overboard on my CPU, but it's just because they had a great deal on it whenever I bought mine.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm not like super computery when it comes to my knowledge on things, but I know enough.
Yeah, apart from graphics card and RAM, I think my CPU is as high as I can get on this motherboard. I might just do a whole new PC then.
Yeah, my CPU is a AMD Ryzen 9 5950X, 16 core, 32 thread processor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let me see what the
I forget, was K unlocked or not?
I think unlocked, if I remember correctly. And I could overclock my CPU and probably get some more performance out of it, but I haven't. It's pretty good right as it is.
I wonder if I
Oh
do
yeah,
just need a graphics card.
Pharaoh said what he's got in general chat.
Because maybe my CPU is getting used so much because my GPU is just not working hard enough.
Yes, he has DDR5. I have DDR4.
I'll have to check again. In Star Citizen.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
3080 Ti, 12 gigabyte.
the laptop I'm shooting for is going to be a, like I said, it's going to be a pretty big upgrade from this one because it's still technically within like the office laptops, but it's also able to do some light gaming, and I think Tailspire counts as light.
I mean, it's not a very graphic intense game.
As long as you don't have it on max settings, of course, because it does have some pretty good lighting and shadow effects, but if the thing I'm planning to save up for, or something similar to it, is able to run Fallout 4 and Skyrim on medium settings at 30 FPS, I'm sure it can run Tailspire. And it's only going to put me in like I think it was like the 450-ish range for price, so of course I'm going to wait until we're not in winter hours and stuff and we're a bit more at a position for me to actually be saving for things.
Hmm.
Hmm.
While we wait on everybody else, I am going to go get late stream pulled up. Give him a view.
Damn. I'm not even really paying attention to even the chat.
I like your screen too, how you have yours set up.
Yeah. Yeah, I might change it to where it's shows y'all's characters pictures that reacts instead.
Yeah. I was watching one that had their somehow had their Telespire figures and then they were animated. And they're like, I guess they hired somebody to do different poses when they were speaking or something. Pick it up, but it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
They could probably do like the the uh take the the STL model or whatever for 3D printing and then run it through Blender and rig it for animations. You could probably do something like that.
Well, no, because because there's like VTuber model programs that it changes
Yeah.
to a different image when they're talking. So they probably did something like that.
I remember there's also like the style that Russian Badger did in some of his older videos from like 2020, 2021, where instead of it being fluid motion, it's kind of like stops on certain points where they're doing certain gestures. So it's like 2 or 3 frames a second instead of being like fully animated.
Well, I feel dumb.
Oh, I can hear him now.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
For whatever
What's
reason,
up?
my settings switched to push to talk.
Oh,
I never changed that, so I'm assuming the latest update for Discord switched it to push to talk.
ah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
You got there in the end.
That's what he said.
Man, they've added a lot of goblin minis to the thing. And Pokemon.
I sent
What
a
the hell?
Russian badger thing in general. There's also that style.
Yeah, there's some models in here that are cool and some that are just
Weird.
yeah.
Then there's some of them that have like what look to be AI generated anime characters as their pictures.
I mean,
And
some
it's like I'd rather see what the actual mini looks like instead of the overlaying thing.
Well, that's cool. They have the I don't know if y'all have played it, Lethal Company. They have Lethal
Is-
Company minis in here.
There's a shit ton of
Is
Fallout
there-
ones in there too, Protectrons and so on.
Was there a thing for Tailspire?
it's the same
Oh,
campaign.
same one. Okay.
Yeah, because it's in the same world, so it's the same campaign.
Yeah, only thing that's changed is I just reset everything.
Has me listed as unknown. All right.
You're unknown. Congratulations.
No, it still says it's loading in.
I
So.
should have mentioned Phalar's stance that he's in is his combat stance. He would of course be significantly more casual in the moment.
Yeah, because right now he's like standing at the table like I want to stab somebody.
Yeah, that's his scouting and threaten stance.
Did this table candle
Late-
just move?
Late, if we're going with the idea that I had, I would need to be, if possible, here. The dark corner.
I mean, this is just the lobby.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
See, my piece still hasn't even loaded in yet. I like my piece.
There you go. You're in a dark corner. I guess we should dive right in, as the YouTubers say.
Oh, mine's still loading
Hey,
in.
Phalar's shading isn't looking too bad.
The only pieces that I have loaded are the guy and the girl behind the bar by the fireplace.
Oh wow.
Yeah, our internet's been a bit crapped out lately.
Yep, I'm getting with our. I gotta double check on Monday, but to me switching our internet to the Google Fiber 8 gig.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
I need an upgrade.
Maybe
So
Cox internet's just not cutting it anymore. It's gone out like 4 or 5 times in the past week and a half.
Oh, it was out from Saturday until Thursday. Just like out.
Wow.
And Google Fiber, they're transparent to the point that if you get the 8 gig plan, which is only $150 a month, and that's 8 gig up and down, that it's a 99.9% guarantee that the internet will always be up. If it ever drops, then you are refunded your payment for that month, and the month is free.
Wow.
That
That's
might be worth the money.
yeah.
I mean, you got to think Google is like big multi-billion-dollar company. They can afford to lose 150 here and there,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Until
so
half
they
the
can get
network
away with
goes
doing
down.
stuff like that.
All right, so looks like everybody except for this one, this table, and my piece. So it's those 6 pieces, and then mine are not loaded yet.
Yeah, the
I can
first
try.
table you marked is the 3 of us.
Hopefully
Yeah,
the
I can
main
look.
board will all load in correct then.
I mean, essential right now is theater of the mind. So
I can try exiting and then coming back.
up to you.
See if that'll work. Main menu.
If it's fader in the mind, I wouldn't worry about it till we're actually
Yeah.
putting something down.
Alright, that play.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So my piece is loaded in, but 2 of them at this table are not.
Well, it's theater of mind, so you don't. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Give it time.
Yeah. All right. So the year is A31 EW or post-war. In 2 years since the Archlich Vecna and trying to mass great power and achieving godhood, and this reach for power, even touching the divine, got the attention of one of his rivals, Ali, the entire kingdom of Eldoria. And as the massive after massive forces sweep down, stop them for good. But in history books, it is simply known as the War of Ash and Light. In these past 2 years, cities, country has moved on. Trade's good than ever. We come now to the city of Carnicel on the western coast. As we sweep across the city, we notice that there's a mass amounts of tents, streamers, and banners. This time of the year, it is the known as the Summer's End Festival. There's bonfires, pie eating contests, catch the greasy pig. There's all sorts of laughter and revelry. As we kind of zoom in onto the main entrance, a figure makes his way, heavy armor. I'm gonna do Steve as he comes into this festival.
As he walks up, he's just looking around at all the activities going on and is just taking it all in. And he'll walk up to the nearest table or stand selling some ale, and he would get him a pitcher of ale and sit down and just watch the activities going on.
As you make your way in, there's kind of this kind of elven figure, kind of a big, kind of a almost like a top hat. Says, "Oh, welcome in. Please take your pamphlet. It'll guide you around these festivities."
Thank you.
And if you go to, where is it?
No, I am not interested in any diced pairs, please.
It's just a scam to get Steve to buy a timeshare.
If you go to campaign handouts, I posted what he gave you.
All right.
Okay.
Not for you, Jerry. You don't have it yet. Don't be looking.
Don't be looking.
Oh.
So after kind of like looking at this guy as you go to the tavern and kind of get yourself a drink. Good figure, kind of head kind of low. Sound good, kind of lean. In the pamphlet. Gonna do Otto. Makes his way in.
So Otto, I mean, it just basically looks like the mini here wearing like a hoodie, and looks scholarly. Has a backpack with a bunch of things in it. Seems to be filled with things. Is he just coming in? Is he like?
I'll just pull you all over to the forward.
What is Otto? I just see his name called Wizards.
Wizard. True, he is a wizard, I guess. No, he's not.
Multiple wizards.
Otto's a warlock, I think.
Yeah.
You're just dressed like something else.
I'm just cosplaying a wizard.
When the warlock, commits an act of necromancy in the crime capital and has to be like, no, I'm a wizard, I swear.
Well, where am I?
We're at the festival.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought we're in the tavern.
No.
Oh.
That's just the lobby.
That was okay. That makes things a lot more clear.
The lobby is just like it's like a pre-session chill place.
It's character selection screen.
So I'll let y'all place yourselves
It's
as
the main
as
menu.
you- yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let you place yourselves as I introduce you.
Where can I
I will need somebody else to place me once it gets there, but
I'll say
I
Steve
can't
said we're in this
control him.
general area.
Maybe not quite in the middle of everything.
Wait, should I rejoin? I can't really control my meaning.
It's up to you, Jerry.
Where are you? This hooded one, probably?
Yeah. Right
Checking.
here.
Probably because you don't have permission. What's... Are you cool?
Yeah,
Which one are you?
he's cool.
Yeah.
Why is there a dome over him?
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Let's see. Where do I want to be?
he just has a permanent tiny hut.
I'll be sick.
It's a permanent tiny hut that follows you around.
I'll say
A little too broken.
Otto, as you're kind of walking toward this performance stage, another figure almost dazed all of it, kind of taking you a little by surprise. Introduce
Wait, can you
Adar.
point? Is it the purple guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, purple glowy boy. Pretty much, he instead of going out the front of the tent, he walks through the side of it, and then looks over and starts walking towards everyone. So you'd see he seems to be like a very ghostly pale, not usual for an elf. And the parts of him that are kind of shimmering in purple, you kind of see like more transparent and skeletal. Like you can see his, skeletal structure through the purple glow instead of his face.
Ooh.
And of course, he's not got his knife risen in this case. He has his hand down on his belt near the knife, but it's not actually in his hand. As he's approaching, he kind of seems to be a little bit cautious or on edge, just like passively, in like a not very relaxed stance.
Okay. As you're also walking through, you notice that the right side where this fire is, the fire flares almost 5, maybe 10 feet in the air. And somebody steps out of it. You want to introduce Indonia as she just steps out of the fire and
Indonia, proper name Indonia of the Starskin. Starskin is her family name. It is reflected upon herself as well. If you can imagine the color Venta black with like a silvery glitter to it, that's her skin. That's where Starskin comes from. She's got a cape and a hood, and she's carrying what appears to be a staff, but the top of it has a chunk of metal attached to it, just kind of like
it's like dark. It's like a very dark obsidian, kind of almost.
kind of in a sense, in its current state, the staff looks like the top foot and a half of it on one side has this dark obsidian metal, kind of like if it was an axe. There's a lot that goes around Indonia of the Starskin, a lot that is involved with her, and a lot that everyone's going to pick up on later as time goes.
You definitely notice as you step out of the fire that you get a lot of eyes and a lot of attendants and vendors and all that kind of give you kind of wide-eyed looks.
Yes, I understand that people are looking at me. We need to mind our own business.
And see also kind of around the also kind of now kind of just kind of slowly creeping its way on the stage where these performers are, you know, like one person juggling, there's a fire breather, there's a ribbon dancer, another smallish figure with skin slightly cracks in her skin that glow slightly reddish. Makes this way.
Almost in tune to the beat as the local bards play their music. This little figure almost seems like a magical artifact, just kind of brought to life and is like dancing on the stage with the rest of the characters. But if anyone looks at it too directly for too long, it just holds still, avoiding. It just almost looks like a weirdly shaped lantern or candle. But when it is animate, it has some like very dark, looks like heavily burnt robe and almost tiny wizardly looking hat on it. The Singe is just enjoying the atmosphere and dancing along, but trying not to draw too much attention.
Will you get out of my bag? I don't have any fruit.
Y'all hear this? Actually, I would say Steve is. Yeah, I think Steve and Fadar would hear this as she says this.
Steve would look over and see what the commotion is.
You see Andonia of the Starskin struggling and slapping at the air, saying, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
He would think maybe she's had too much to drink and turn away and keep watching the show.
As all of you kind of watch the show for 5-10 minutes, as it seems like the show's kind of the air is entirely interrupted by this loud, almost like blood-curdling scream behind you. Like, it's the kind of scream that you almost instinctively know that this is someone who is in trouble and in distress.
The scream of someone who's just been stabbed.
Yes, I heard it. Everybody heard it. Now let's go look.
So as soon as that happens, Phalar, of course, gets like into his like startled like jump thing because he was already on edge, and then he's got his hand gripping onto the dagger now, and he's looking over to see if anybody else is going to investigate.
Steve would start not sprinting, but definitely a power walk to the direction it came.
You see this blonde-haired woman, hair in a total mess, blood covering the entire front of her dress, just running, screaming. Looks like she's frantically like waving her arms, trying to get somebody's attention as she's running this way.
Steve would run to her and ask what is happening, what is going on.
Please, someone help me! My farm just up the road. There's all these men. They came. They attacked my family. They're up to something. Please, they got my husband.
Calm down, ma'am. Where is your farm? Which way?
She's like pointing behind you toward like where the entrance of the festival is, kind of down the road.
Do you know how many men were there?
I think I saw 4. They said something about awakening the first key or something. I don't know.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll take care of him. And then Steve would take off, running.
What are the rest of you doing?
Andonia is gonna watch us. That guy's running the wrong way because she pointed behind us.
Well, she said the entrance, and this.
Yeah, that's the entrance. He is going the right way.
Oh, you said she pointed behind us, so I figured the way we just came to her was the
She was
entrance.
pointing behind her.
Oh, you said you said it was behind. So all right, Andonia's gonna take her staff. She's gonna tap it on the ground. The scythe blade is gonna pop out, and she's gonna grab a hold and say, "All right, critter, let's go." And she's gonna follow behind.
I'd say Phalar would have been kind of slowly walking forward, hearing all of this, and when he sees both of them run off, he'd pull his dagger out and reverse gripping it, and he would just you'd probably see the other 2 people nearby, and then he would be like, "Are you 2 going to come as well?" And then go charging off with the other 2.
Yeah.
Like before he even gets a response, he's just like, "Yep, let's go."
Steve would see Edonia. He wouldn't know who her name is, but he'd see somebody following behind him, and he would ask, "What are they doing?"
I'm helping. We are helping. Critter and I.
I can always use more hands. Just don't try and slow me down.
So
I mean, I could probably grab you and bring you along.
Cheers. He
Just like
quietly
he
rides
picks
off.
up,
wait, I didn't even
he
see you.
It could be like,
Just-
he unsheaths his dagger and then looks to the other 2 of you and is like, "Are either of you going to be coming too?" When he sees them charging off, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'd like to go." And I can't run very fast, though I'm kind of small. And then he's just like, "Get on my shoulder."
So as all of you kind of run down the road, you see the woman whose escrow was kind of like falling kind of at a distance. As you come upon this farm, the almost the dirt, the grass, and the land is almost black, as if almost completely void of life. All the crops you see that are left in this field, some of them are completely blackened and dirt.
Yes, I saw the little person. That is what they like to be called. Do not use the M word, critter.
You finally make it time. This is where you notice stuff like almost like void of life ground. All these trees are withered and dead.
It looks like nuggets of weed to me.
Wait, are you? Why are you like have a ring around you? Like, is that a table?
I'm on his back. He's carrying me.
Yeah, it's because there's a mini using the hover feature so that Singe can be on my shoulder because I told him to hop up.
Oh.
Critter, no, you cannot practice punting the little person.
He holds still specifically around the Seguin Knights and the Paladin. He acts like he's just a stationary doll when you guys are looking.
Steve is gonna say, since we all came here to help that lady, she said there were 4 of them. I suggest we split into 2 groups and try and search.
That would be a good idea, it would seem. And though usually I would like to meet people under better situation, it is a pleasure to meet all of you.
Same.
That sounds like a plan. Will you please stop searching my bag for fruit?
And Steve is gonna point to the one with the hood on to his right and say, "You come with me."
We will have times for introductions after this. For now, let's figure it out.
Why did you pick me?
You're just the closest one to me.
I guess, yeah.
We'll take right. You want to take left?
Well, since there's 6 of us, should we have 3 groups of 2?
There are 6 of us?
C5.
We have you 2, the see-through guy, the guy he's carrying, me and Critter. Critter standing right next to you guys. Say hi, Critter.
I don't see anybody.
Are you imagining things?
Perhaps it is something that we are not able to see with our material eyes.
He's right
Possible.
there.
I have seen such things before.
He's poking see-through guy in the shoulder right now. He's trying to get your attention. He's right there in front of you.
Not see anybody.
Now, would that be something I actually feel?
You don't feel anything.
We do not have time for this. We'll figure if they're real or not later.
Otto just
Yes,
turned
yes.
to Steve and said,
Much as
"Alright, let's go."
introductions shall wait until after we figure this out. This is more urgent. We shall tell each other our names after.
Steve, as you step into this clearing, you immediately stop. Your eyes kind of shift over the corner of the cabin. You see right about here is this large, dark, crystallized heart burning in the side of it. It's almost, as you look at this, you seem almost transfixed by it. As if it's seems familiar. Can't quite place it. You feel like you know what this is. Like you're trying to recall something that's just like the very edge of your tongue. As you keep your vision almost seems to like almost tunnelize where you just see this and nothing else. Roll a d20 for me.
That's a 9.
Oh,
Like you, I don't know, it's whatever this is, the symbol this is, feel this like blood boiling, whatever this is, you feel your blood pressure rising as you stare at this thing.
Oh. That's only for Steve, right?
Yeah. The rest of you see the symbol too.
Steve will start sprinting to it.
As you start sprinting, you see 4 figures seems to be emerging from the barn.
Does Steve notice them, or is he still just fixated on the symbol?
You're just like you're just like a dog looking at a treat right now. You're just entirely. This is all you see. This is all you're focused on. So I would say in this moment, you don't even see him.
Oh wow, me and Critter.
Everybody else sees these figures emerging.
Do they look dangerous?
See, they have weapons. You see one figure, one single robed figure, almost seems to be kind of slightly gliding off the ground. See what you can make. You see ashen, pale grayish skin, eyes with no pupils.
No mouth.
Out of character, late. I just thought about this. When my character's in the sun, it's all like, starry and glittery on her skin. Does that cause distraction, or I guess you would call it,
It definitely,
like, would that be
it definitely,
pulling that to me?
it definitely gets their attention.
Like unwanted. Oh god, I can't think of the name of it. In like Diablo and shit, when the tank is trying to pull in World of Warcraft and stuff. I can't think of the name of it.
Like
Aggro. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it cause unwanted aggro because of my skin? I didn't think about this when I made her.
I mean, they're all kind of focused on you. You see, this figure right here seems to be trying to hide something under a cloak.
Which one was it? I'm sorry.
This one right here.
Okay.
He is like heads low, hood pulled close to his eyes. He's not even paying attention. You see this kind of hooded figure, and he looks in your direction. You hear in your head, "Who are you? Why are you to do interference greater than yourself?"
Steve's just sprinting to that wall still.
You want to respond?
All right, was that in my head?
Yeah. Says, who are you and why are you interfering in matters greater than yourself?
Andonia's just gonna look at him, gonna look down at Critter, gonna look back at him, and be like, "I am of the clan Starskin. I was help was requested of me. I am here. We are here. Deal with it."
I would say at this point, kind of looks around, gliding a little forward. I would say Indonia, Otto, Radar, and Singe, all of you here in your heads. What's the way? Or be put down.
At this point, Indonia's gonna take her scythe. She's gonna slam the bottom of it under the ground. Gonna redeploy the scythe blade, and that's when that infinite blood effect starts flowing, where it's just dripping.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
That's cool.
Taylor has just been sitting there silently. I wonder what little man on my shoulder has been doing.
Does Steve
Dear Lord.
roll, or is he still just focused on the wall?
I would say not at this moment. Steve doesn't roll because
Okay.
as far as Steve goes, it's Lauren even.
Okay.
Can I for initiative base stuff for those rolls, can I use atmosphere sheet just for that? Because I don't like my 7. I
Nope.
prefer those double digits near the 20s.
Nope.
Ooh, 21.
All right, your
Heck
second
yeah,
turn the
Feelord.
internet off for you.
The little guy is not doing much. He's just following your lead for now.
On the
Trying to not
subject,
burn you.
can I reach into interdimensional and pull out some dead guy's bag of holding that has a whole bunch of skeletons and zombies in it?
No. Remember, you wish, but
Oh, I'm gonna, and Late's the only one who's gonna understand this. So I'm gonna roll a d20 late for Critter.
okay.
That Critter does better than I fucking do. Oh, jeez.
19. Oh, that means you share with Otto, actually. If that was an initiative roll.
That was for Critter. I don't know why people can't see Critter. He's right here.
Roll.
Who?
For easier, you and Critter can just share initiative.
Oh, okay.
It's just easier that way.
Wait,
Okay.
is there actually supposed to be a token?
That's for me and Late to know, and you guys maybe to find out.
As far as we know, we think he's just hallucinating.
Or had a few too many.
Okay.
Auto. Then I'll let you all place yourselves where you want to be before we start initiative. I would say from where Indoni is and back, where y'all can be.
I'd probably
so-
move up just a bit, maybe like 10 feet or so.
Basically from like here and back.
Ah,
While they're doing that, since Steve has made it here, can he do a religion check to see if he can try and remember the symbol?
Yes. I would say
You want religion or history?
history at disadvantage is too fast.
History disadvantage. An 11.
I would say only thing you know is that to related to the cult of Klaus. As far as you know, his symbol.
The black cart.
Yep. I would say it's probably by this time, but you happen to look around the corner. Notice that everybody else is kind of getting into getting ready to engage. I'll say now you can probably roll initiative.
A 20.
nice.
You go after.
Sorry, where do you want Fedor to be?
I could probably just move like 10 or so feet closer, but not past Antonia, since we were told that we can't do that. Because he probably would have been slowly stepping forward.
Sure.
Okay. The Mind Piercer kind of steps forward as you all hear. And he just as he's extending his hand outward, slowly curls his hand this. As he is going to try and here. 3-foot sphere. Yeah, so it's just gonna be you, Andonia. As it uses Mind Crush, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw. As you just to meet all this pressure on your brain as it's almost like being overwhelmed and overstimulated.
14.
Failure. A 19 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
And it feels like there's almost like this disconnect with your body, so your movement is halved till the start of his next turn.
All right. When that hits, I'm gonna look over at Critter and I'm gonna yell out, "Please, this is not the time to be looking for the fucking fruit. Look ahead. That's the object. That's our destination.
Oh,
Those guys."
that. Okay. Pilar, your turn.
What's my distance?
From them?
Just in general from them. I know it's quite far.
Yeah, like 77 feet. Pretty far.
At 77 feet to the floaty guy that just hit me.
He's the closest one.
Hmm. Da 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 da. I suppose I could go for it. I mean, I'm not sure what else to do from this distance because I'm still trying to figure out this character fully. I don't want to get up close to these guys. I just need to move forward until I'm within 60 feet.
I mean, probably the only thing you saw was this floaty guy kind of just extend his hand out, and you saw Donia kind of like clutch her head and like
Yeah,
wince in
and
pain.
Phalar, you know, having the background that he does, he's like, oh, great, mind manipulators, and he doesn't want to get near them. So I just need to move forward till I'm within 60 feet. I'm not sure how far forward that would need me to be. And I'll leave it up to Singe if they want to continue hitching a ride.
Yep. Singe just likes you. He feels magic kinship, so he's riding with you. It's Rocket riding Groot here.
You're within 60 feet of the floaty guy.
All right. So Phalar, seeing what just happened, he's like, "Oh, this is great. I thought that I was done dealing with mind manipulation when I left the group, but I guess here we are." And he's gonna whirl his hand around a little bit, and I'm going to attempt to cast Ray of Sickness at the floaty dude.
Is there a save?
No, it's to hit.
Okay.
All right. So when he goes to hit, I have an ability that takes no actions whatsoever. I'm gonna do. Well, yeah, I'll do it. Invoke Hell.
What does it do?
For 1 minute, each creature of my choice within 30 feet of me gains a +3 bonus to abilities and checks. No action required.
Abilities and checks. That didn't say anything about attacks though.
Oh no, I just want to give it to him.
Okay. Okay.
I want to give it to Phalar, so I'm gonna invoke Hell on him. He gets +3 bonus to abilities and checks just for the next minute.
Okay. How does it look when he does it? What do you just say? Hell's a great place. Goes okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Roll the hit.
He kind of waves his, hand around a little bit, like in a spiral, while motioning it towards them. That's a 20,
That hits.
dirty 20. So that is 10. What is that? Poison damage, I think. Yeah. So it's just a green bolt flies across and connects with the floating person, and that's 10 poison damage.
All right. Yes.
Do I have a bonus action I can pull in this moment?
I'll say it's like as it hits, it's like starts like front part of his robe just starts being kind of eaten a little bit. Now it's like a little bit of like some hole in it now, kind of like
Yeah.
down as over at you.
Phalar just has this unamused face, like that, when you realize you have to go to the store for the third time because you keep leaving something behind.
I think it's like as it's looking at you, since you see no mouth and no pupils, it's like you can't even really tell if it's like angry, upset, or anything. It's just like this whole weird face that's staring at you.
It's just like it's acknowledging that I have shot it.
Yeah.
It's like my robe.
That's your.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus action that'd be particularly useful in this situation, so
All right.
because I'm not faded away, cunning action is not necessary right now, and I've moved on this turn, so I can't apply my steady aim.
Yep.
So that's gonna be me.
All right, Steve. You kind of like after looking at the symbol, kind of now peeking around the camera, see now that combat is actually that they're entirely focused on the rest of the troop and not you.
If that's going to be a good idea or not. I will move up 10 feet and looking at the one directly in front of me. This one right here.
For this one,
Yeah.
you see he's like hunched over, like he's almost looking at the ground, but he's like clutching something under his cloak. He's like not even focused on anybody. He's like entirely focused on hiding whatever it is he has.
I'm going to cast. Where is it? Infernal Channel challenge on him. And if I don't have any allies within 5 feet of me, then he has to succeed on a charisma saving throw or answer my challenge and fight me.
Okay.
There's some interesting stuff in 5.5.
And that's a 13 charisma throw he has to save.
Failure with a 2.
All right. So
Oh,
for the duration, I gain +2 AC to him when he tries to attack me. He has disadvantage on attack rolls on other creatures that aren't me, and the first time the target tries to move away from you on their turn, they must succeed a charisma saving throw, and their speed drops to 0 to the start of their next turn.
Okay. He's dead last in the initiative.
Okay, and then that will be my turn.
All right. This mercenary kind of going to turn. I think you're the closest one. Going to run over and take 2 swings at you.
All right, my AC is 22 right now.
the downside of being a DM, you've got like 20 sheets.
First one missed. First one missed. Second one is a natural 20.
Above table. I'll be right back. I gotta get the heat lamps and stuff turned off for my animals.
Will that still hit with my armor class being 22?
But crits automatically hit.
Okay. All right.
Even with a natural 20, it would be a 26 to hit.
Okay.
So he would, yeah. So either way,
Yeah.
it's still. Uh, 10 points of slashing. Dark Pact in this attack. So another 8 points of necrotic. So 18. So 18 altogether.
All right. Let's see.
That's the end of his turn.
18.
All right, Otto.
Let's see. So which one has been damaged already?
Floaty guy.
This guy?
The one that is purple marked.
Yep.
Let me see. Does he look hurt or is he like
Nope.
looks fine?
It looks like he has a couple of holes in his robe now, but that's probably about it.
Alright.
Probably needs some
I
tailoring,
am
but that's
going-
probably about it.
I'm going to shoot Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Can cast 2 of them because I'm level 5 now. Oh my god. 13 and 10.
Both miss.
Oh, frick. Alright.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, both miss.
Nice.
They both go wide, kind of cracking into the wood of the barn behind him.
Yeah. That's the end of his turn.
Alright. Going guy with the axe and a charge toward Gonia. Get a dash, so that's his action. That's the end of his turn. Alright, Senj.
Which ones have we attacked so far? The
Only
one back here.
yeah, the floaty guy is the only one who's really taken any damage.
The other one that is approached Steve was just under the effect of they have to attack Steve.
No,
Yeah,
the
Hasn't been directly damaged yet.
No, that's this one right here. This is
Ah,
that's just the one who attacked Steve is unaffected. He just wanted to attack Steve.
ah.
Nearest threat.
Singe is just gonna make a choice then. So you kind of feel a bit of more weight as Singe pulls out a big, long, piped thing, almost the same size as him, out of one of his tiny little pockets. Just doesn't even look like it should fit in it, but somehow he does it.
Like the Mary Poppins purse.
Yes. He reaches up with a brittle hand and touches the brim of his little wizardy hat candlestick and takes some of the flame and tries to like rub it onto the big piped gun thing he's holding. As I try to use my little infusion here of a hat of wizardry. Supposedly I can cast any wizard spell list cantrip as long as I make a DC 10 Intelligence Arcana. So let's see if this even works, because otherwise I basically waste my turn. Okay, crit! That's a great...
I mean, the way you have to think about it is that since you have a plus 11, it kind of doesn't matter. If you think about it, because even if you rolled a natural 1, it would still be
12.
yeah.
I'd still accept a critical fail, but all right. Let's see. So doing that, I'm gonna use. We're 5.5 right now, yeah.
Yep.
So True Strike is different. So it looks
Yeah.
like I
It's
get a
actually kind of good now.
I get a flash of insight. I make one attack with the weapon used in the spell's casting, which I'm going to be using my little shotgun here. And let's see. Attack uses spell casting ability. Attack deals damage can be radiant or the weapon's normal damage type. I don't know what cantrip upgrade means. Whenever you choose to deal radiant or the weapons, you deal extra radiant damage. Is that True Strike just gives a little radiant damage now?
Yeah, well, I think they move out because as you get higher in levels, it does more damage.
Yeah.
Because it's just level 5.
Like
I get
how
the extra
Mind
damage.
Sliver gains extra
Oh,
damage.
I see what it's saying now. Yeah, upgrades per level. Okay. So I'll take
Since
a
we're
shot
5th
with my
level, we got our cantrip upgrades.
Yes. So I'll take my shotgun and I'll take aim at the guy that looks to be harassing our paladin over here. This one.
And you have to remind me what the weapon mastery on it is.
Push. Which, let's see if I even hit. I will follow up something on that. So just roll that. That's 11 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. I did want to ask. It's supposed to push whoever hit, but also because I'm so tiny, maybe once I fire it, I fly back 10 feet as well.
I mean, I'll say for flavor that's like that you. I would say you probably like nearly fall off Fadar as you like blast it as you fire it, but you manage to like catch yourself.
My foot's just caught in one of his bags. I'm hanging off his back.
You're just like upside down on it, foot caught in the strap.
When he said that if he gets pushed back too, I was thinking of the little guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates. Yeah.
Dead at World's End.
With
where
the
he
big
shoots
blunderbuss, just
and he gets shot.
That's pretty much what would happen too.
Anything you want to do with your bonus action movement?
Oh yeah, good. No, none of his. No, that's. Yeah, that's not going to be useful here. Nope, that's my turn.
All right, Donya.
All right. So
So,
first, I'm gonna.
the
First,
only thing you missed is the guy dashed up to you. That's
oh,
about it.
yeah, I've been here since he dashed up.
Okay.
All I had to do is turn my lights off. I've just been waiting. All right, so guy in front of me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point down towards his feet, and I'm gonna yell, "Critter ankles now!" And then I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay.
So my first is gonna be I am slashing at the guy in front of me with Vena's Starskin.
Yep.
All right. 15.
On. Misses.
All right. So for my second, I'm going to.
He parries it off to the side.
All right. I'm going to kind of pull my head back as the gills on my neck are flaring, and I am going to acid spit towards his face.
Okay.
Spray a stream of acid from my mouth, targeting one creature or object I can see within 30 feet. It'll deal 2d10 acid damage. It's a dexterity 14. Let me see here. The target takes 2d10 acid damage unless it succeeds on a dexterity saving throw. This damage increases by 1d10 as I gain more levels. So it's a dexterity of 14 to save.
Succeed with a 20.
All right, so he doesn't take any damage there. All right. All right, so I will, for the bonus action, I will use Baneful Interdict, Burning Seal of Necrotic on him.
I think you as your bonus action.
Well, it says
I
in order to move my seals,
it,
to move my seals, it takes an action. To cast it says no action.
I think you can. I think if you hit it with your scythe, you can put on a seal or use a bonus action. I think.
Okay, yeah, because it says here, once per turn, you take no action to place a magical seal on a creature within 30 feet of you. But then I have a where is it? Crap, I know I got a feat that unfettered changes that from 30 feet to 60 feet instead. Yeah, it says no action. Yeah, so I want to put this. Well, is he within 60 feet of me? Hold on here.
He's right in front of.
Floaty.
He's right in front of you.
No, floaty guy.
Oh, floaty guy.
Yeah, because I can use the bonus action to put it within 60 feet of me. Yeah, so I want to put the necrotic one on floaty guy,
Okay.
and then it all it does is put the seal on him. It does nothing until I burn the seal.
yeah.
So right now he's just got a necrotic burning seal on him.
He can't. He can't see it. And only you're the only one who can see him.
Yeah, I'm the only one who knows that the seal is on him
Yeah.
until it burns. And then that's my thing.
Alrighty.
I missed both my attacks and said, "Here, let me draw on your face."
This guy is gonna try and run, but because of the infernal challenge, he has to make what, another charisma save?
Yes, another charisma save. $13.
13 exactly.
Okay.
So he's just going to dash. He's just running, trying to get this thing out of here. And that'll be his turn. Floaty guy does not get his mind crush back. He'll instead look, kind of like still look over at you, Fadar, and will take 2 psychic lashes against you.
All right. Is that a save or?
No, it's I rolled a hit.
All right.
Uh, 13 to hit for the first.
Miss.
You just see like this like air almost kind of like vibrate toward, kind of step aside.
Like heat distortion waves.
Yeah, it's like a heat distortion wave that like wafts past you, hits the ground, where the ground just cracks. Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's a Dex.
Yeah, that very much hits.
17 points of psychic damage.
Ooh,
I told you.
that's a heavy hit.
I'm amping it up this campaign.
Was he supposed to be doing a check then?
Nope.
Okay, because that 1 minute thingy that I invoke hell on him, I was just trying to make sure because he got a +3 for that.
Yeah, it was just a hit. It wasn't a save.
Yep.
Okay.
I wish it would have been a save because I've got a pretty solid save.
And yeah, that's it for it. Radar. Like it's like you like
Being
when says
I-
as this
I have a-
wave hits you. But
I have a curious
Oh.
over the table question. Am I seeing it wrong or am I misinterpreting my kid's character's name has LAR but people keep saying DAR? Is it pronounced differently than I am reading it?
Balar.
I was wondering that too.
Yeah, because I keep hearing Faylar and Faydar, so I'm trying to figure out which one is right.
it's Phalar, last name Divisio.
Balar.
Balar.
Yeah. It's an elven name, and then Divisio means divided in Latin.
Oh, it's your turn.
So he's gonna kind of stagger a bit, and you're gonna see his form kind of waver slightly because of his ghostly nature. He's gonna kind of shake it off, and then give a sharp look to the one that was doing the lashes, and then he's going to look over to Endonia with the person right up in their face, and he's going to get on the other side of them from Endonia.
Okay, so you're going to.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
blink. So you'd have flanking and sneak attack.
Yep. Yeah, so that provides advantage, so I get sneak attack.
Ooh.
And because 5.5, I'm going to try to do something with that sneak attack. I'm going to try and make an attack with the pick and pocket.
All right.
I still apply advantage for sneak attacks, right?
Well, no, it's
Like, I still roll advantage, or?
no, a sneak attack would just be added on to your first actual attack.
I know, I'm saying it applies the damage, but I'm saying the attack that triggers it still does
The
advantage,
flanking
right?
itself provides you advantage. The
Yep.
sneak attack just
Yeah.
uses it to activate.
Yep.
That is a 25.
That hits.
So I am going to sacrifice one of my 3d6s to attempt to do a trip when I do my extra damage. So I'll roll the damage first.
Believe it's a save
So that's
from him.
Yeah. So just first, that's going to be 16 piercing and a DC 15 dex save. As I kind of like stab him right in the above the knee.
Okay, so
As
minus
he- as he's-
16.
As he's doing that, Andonia is gonna look at him and be like, "You better be careful. You almost hit Critter. He's right there at those ankles."
It's a 17.
Yeah, that passes the save.
So it's like he just looks down and where you stabbed him, kind of like winces a bit, but kind of like tries to shake it off.
And right now, Andonia is just kind of glaring out of the corner of her eye at Phalar.
I forgot about that. I'm glad that I remembered that before ending my turn.
What?
Whales from the grave. I activated my sneak attack damage, so... Wait, is there somebody else within 30 feet of him that's hostile? I want to check that, see if that can be activated.
No, only him.
Alright. Now, I do have a short sword, but it's not currently out. I don't know if I can still do a two-weapon fighting attack with that or not, since I don't have the...
For me, drawing other secondary weapons is the action.
So I could do it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I do have a free hand, and I didn't spend my bonus action, so I could just, draw and stab.
Yep.
Alright. And that's flanking, so... 23.
That hits.
And that is another 9 piercing.
All right.
So that's action, sneak attack, bonus action. Can't use my thing.
Don't Whales of a Grave do necrotic? I think.
Yeah, but it has to be on a creature other than the target within 60 feet.
Okay.
Or 30 feet, rather.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said
Deal
30
your sneak
feet.
attack damage to a creature on your turn. You can target second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature, and it takes the damage. So it's
Okay.
pretty much like, when I damage the first creature, it's like part of the first creature's soul bouncing out of its body and wailing towards the second one.
But he's now looking heavily hurt.
I'd say as he's doing this, Antonio, you definitely notice that the non-skeletal part of Phalar's face, he seems to very much be enjoying his stabbing of this person. Like there's a very sinister grin on his face.
You gotta remember, she just yelled at you for almost hitting Critter, and now she's giving
Yeah,
you a glare.
Well, he's stabbing the person, and of course, when you said that, he probably actually between the stabs would have been like, "My apologies. It is hard to see them. It is probably my own eyes' fault." And then he'd pull the sword and stab. But as he's doing it, he's just got like this grin on his face the whole time he's attacking our enemy.
It's that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
All right. Since I haven't played too many melee characters before, my damage, I have two different damages I can do. Do I get to do? Which one do I choose if I actually hit?
As a paladin, if you land a melee attack, earn a spell slot to radiant damage on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do, like, let's say you stab, you'd still do the piercing damage, then you burn a spell slot to deal radiant damage on top of it.
Okay.
It's not like
they both just
a
tell me
swap out.
They just tell me slashing damage for both of them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of damage.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna swing to attack the guy in front of me.
All right,
Does a 19 hit?
that hits.
And then I will swing at him. 5 slashing damage.
Doing with one-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
Okay.
Late, I sent you a DM.
Okay.
Oh, is that what it's for? If you swing in one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed. You use what kind of weapon are you using?
Oh yeah, if it
Longsword.
says versatile, you've got a damage die and then a damage die in parentheses. The damage die in parentheses is what it will do if you two-hand it.
So you're using what, a longsword?
Yes.
So yeah, you should see two different damage die. A D8 is one-handed, a D10 is two-handed.
Okay, I used the D8. Let me use
Yeah,
the
so-
D10.
All right, so what's 10?
Yeah, let me roll the D10. Hold on, I didn't. Cause I rolled the D8 thinking. I didn't know that's what those two different things meant.
Well,
Yeah, it's like the
it's-
first Dark
it's-
Souls, you can two-hand weapons for more damage.
the downside is, remember, since you have a shield, you'd have to put your shield away, so it'd reduce your
Okay.
AC to use swing hands.
Okay, yeah. Now I'll just do the one-handed.
That was
Swing
5. Okay.
Yep. And then as my bonus action to keep up the infernal challenge on the other guy, I'll use my bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet to him.
Okay. Still. Okay, okay, yeah, so he has to make a save every time it lets.
Yeah, as
Okay.
long as I'm within, as long as I end my turn within 30 feet of him,
Okay.
and then that's my turn.
This dude's going right after you.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh.
You miss your step, he just turns and runs right. Natural 20.
Oh?
Oh god.
And the second one missed. "13 points of slashing damage."
I'm down to 18 HP.
Oh my god.
Told
Okay,
you,
this is-
I'm not messing around this campaign.
Oh no, I feel like we're kind of close.
Yeah, y'all had it easy last campaign. Yeah, it's in his turn.
That might
Okay,
also
it's-
be in part because half of our encounters were ended by someone getting thrown out a window or down a pit. But
Yeah,
Um,
true.
How hurt does this guy look?
Not at
he
all?
is considered. He's halfway. He's halfway. Yeah.
All
So
right, all
he's
right,
bloodied.
all right. I'm gonna cast Hex as a reaction. I
As
think
your
it's a bonus action.
yep.
This
Okay. You can give him disadvantage on ability
guy.
check of your choice. Strength,
Yeah,
dexterity. Keep in mind it's ability checks.
yeah. Wisdom.
Okay.
All right. Uh,
Pew attacks.
concentration. Yeah. Pew pew. Eldritch blast. One is 17. The other one is 26.
Both hit.
All right. Um. Let's see. Okay. Wait. So question. Hex
You add an additional 1d6 of damage.
to each or total?
To each.
To each. Okay. So first one
Minus 11.
is
Oof.
it's 11 plus 4, so 15.
He's looking really rough shape.
All right. The second one is 10 plus 4, 14.
As this blast of crackling energy kind of like in which it hits him in the chest, goes completely ragdoll back about 5 feet. No longer moving.
Okay, we got one, and then I'm going to transfer um the hex onto this guy.
Okay.
And can I switch the whatever the disadvantage is, or is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do strength,
Okay.
and then Otto is gonna tell him tackle him.
All right, Singe. Singe.
Right. Muted. Singe is take a bonus action to reload,
All right.
and with their action, just kind of quietly whisper to Fenrir, "Singe, help!" and cast heroism on Phalar.
What's that do?
I think I believe that increases your HP max.
For 1 minute while I concentrate. You're imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, you're immune to being frightened, and you get temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 5. You get 5 temporary hit points at the start of each of your turns, I believe. Where is it? When do you get it? Yeah, at the start of each of your turns, you get 5 temporary hit points.
All right.
Mark you as concentrating. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Antonia. See this guy get ragdolled back? What do you want to do? Earth to Antonia.
Their internet may have went out.
I'm still got connection, so
Okay.
Yeah.
busy with something.
Got your push to talk button?
Yeah, did it reset?
Singe does it better holding still and being quiet.
Oh, he. Oh, I saw the message. Having stomach issues.
Uh-oh.
Ah. I'm just gonna say it now. I won't say exactly what I'm gonna do when my turn comes up, but I'm glad you gave me that temp HP because I might be about to get myself into a situation.
We got you.
You'll be fine.
On a side note, while we're waiting for Pharaoh to get back so that Antonia can take the turn, how far am I from the floating dude?
You are about 49 feet.
Okay,
You get a sense he's.
good to know. They use what?
You get a sense. I think probably from the fight so far, I imagine Findar's probably gotten this sense. This is a guy who doesn't engage in close quarter combat.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Back pull.
It's all good. It's your turn.
All right. What? I see one guy is dead. What have I missed?
That's really about it. Otto killed a guy. That's really about it.
Imagine you, without the context that we're in a fight. So while you were gone, Otto killed a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of them, right? Chasing after, is that Steve?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And that's the guy. Okay.
And
Am I
you see that this guy is running.
still limited to half my movement?
No. You
Okay.
you have your full movement. That was only for
Okay.
that one round.
Okay.
He hasn't gotten it back yet.
So all right, I'm gonna run there. I got a critter to go after this guy's ankles now.
All right.
And then I will attempt, let's see here. Okay, so all right, for the party members, how's everybody sitting?
I have 18 HP left.
I've got 26. I'm slightly above half.
I'm
But
full.
I'm also going to get 5 temp when my turn hits because Singe gave me heroism.
I'm 38. Full health.
You're
So
over
I
there in
think
the
Steve is our worst off.
you're over here in the corner, like chickening out and being lazy about the fight. So of course you have more hit points than everybody.
I literally took one out.
All right, so Steve is the worst off.
And in the worst position tactically right now, so
Okay,
Also, the guy next to Steve has disadvantage on strength check.
Okay.
Strength saving throws.
It's only ability checks, not saves.
Yeah. The ability check. Okay.
It'd be like athletics and things like that.
Oh.
Okay, he's within range. All right, so no action, I'll do the necrotic burning seal on him.
That
It
uses
doesn't take any.
yeah, that uses your bonus action.
Oh, it's bonus action if it's someone that's.
It's a
Let me see
bonus.
here.
It's a bonus. It's if you look at it, it says it's either bonus action to cast it, or you can add it with a melee attack.
Okay, it just says weapon attack. Does my acid spit count as weapon attack?
If you are you're looking at your sheet right now?
Yeah.
Under
Because under features and traits, it says once per turn you can place a magical seal on a creature within 30 feet of you. You can either place the seal when you hit that target with a weapon attack, or you can use it as a bonus action. Does my acid spit count as a weapon attack?
says one.
I mean, wouldn't that be a natural weapon?
Yeah, I think that would be a melee weapon.
Okay, so I will go at him first with the acid spit then. Within 30 feet, he's 17 feet away. He has to have a dex save of 14.
Nope.
Nope, like he failed, or nope, like I failed?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
he's gonna take 2d10 acid damage.
He's been untouched this fight so far.
So he takes 14,
All right.
and then that I will hit him with the necrotic burning seal. I'll place that on him. So that was a free action. So I still have
Uh,
a second attack if I choose to. Bonus action.
adding a seal was your okay. Never mind.
Yeah, because I made it no action by attacking him first.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So you still have your second attack and your bonus action.
Okay. So second attack, I'll do the acid spit again. It's dex of 14.
Nope. Rolled a 4.
All right, and he's gonna take 11 damage on that one.
all right. Good thing to note. He can spit acid. There's no way he's gonna do it a second time in a row, though. Oh.
He's looking heavily hurt.
Okay, so now I need to read real quick.
What are you gonna burn the seal?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. I gotta read because this is the first time I'm doing it. Okay, so when he takes damage from a source other than my seal, I can burn any number of seals on them. I deal damage immediately after triggering the damage. Burning a seal does not require an action from you, but you cannot do this if incapacitated. So I will burn the necrotic seal that's on him. Now, while burning the seal, I have something else that I can do along with it. Whenever it's a exsanguiate, whenever you burn one or more seals on a creature who is not a construct or undead, I can choose an ally I can see within 30 feet of me, which would be Steve. That ally gains temporary HP equal to the damage dealt by the seal to the creature.
All right. So roll damage on the seal.
All right. So let me. 9.
You see this strange. I would say, Steve. You see strange, almost like glyph on its back, almost burn into its skin. Eyes go black. And it falls over. As it falls, you see a glass, a brass like sphere with all these ruins carved on it, kind of roll out from its hand.
And Steve, you gain 9 temporary hit points from that.
All right.
I'll just leave that there. That's where
Good.
that's where the sphere is.
All
I
right.
think I'd visualize your giving people temp HP thing as like you see like kind of like their blood trail from one person to the other. It like transfuses their blood into your teammate.
And then I saw bonus action. Shit. So as my bonus action, I'll do Invoke Hell, Embolden Allies. As a bonus action, I can restore 25 hit points divided however I choose between myself and other creatures within 30 feet of me. I will give myself 10 and give Steve 15.
Is that bonus at temp HP or just regular?
That's I heal you for 15
Yeah.
of your
It's like the
normal.
paladin lay on hands thing, except over a distance.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm shooting blood at you and it's healing you.
As he says,
What?
"Hell's great."
Shooting
Come stop
blood
by.
is
It's a great
kinda
place to be when
wild.
it's cold out.
Take a shower in hell with me.
It's just sulfuric acid.
Anything else, or is that it?
As long as I don't move, if I just turn towards Steve, that would be a free action, wouldn't it be?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to, if I can, there we go.
I got
And
you.
since he's dead, I'm gonna turn. There we go. Yep. And then get rid of that, and that's it.
Mind Piercer gets its Mind Crush back.
Oh no.
It extends its hand outward, like before. It just curls its hand into a fist as he's glancing at you, Fadar.
No, I'm hearing the Fadar.
Yeah, that's within range. So yeah, I need both of you. Let's see. Yeah, I need both of you to make intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
Me and Singe. Opens my skills to do a saving throw. Oh my god. Okay.
Boom.
Indeed, you take 19. 9. And you don't suffer any other effects.
Don't forget your temporary hit points.
There we go. Hello. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I disconnected after I made my roll.
So you both took 9 psychic damage. Because you
Remember your
both
temp hit points.
you both succeeded.
Alright.
And let's see. Bonus action. It's cast Mind Veil. See, it's like shifts his hand forward. It's like something a brief like energy. That's the end of its turn.
Do I need to make a roll for my concentration?
Yeah. So you'd have to beat a make a con save, and you have to beat. What is it? It's usually half the damage you take, I think. Cons
10
for
or whatever's higher?
yeah. So make a con save. You have to get 4. You have to beat.
Oh, okay.
Roll from that one.
Let's just So D20, I guess.
It's a
Ugh.
it's a con save.
Oh, okay. Con save. Oh,
Yep, con
20.
for concentration.
Yep, natural 20. Yeah, you're fine.
Ooh, okay.
Balar, your turn.
So, Mr. Floaty Man is still there. We just saw like a thing kind of wave around them for a second.
Yep.
All right. So since my turn just started, that temp HP is at the start of each of my turns, right?
Yep, 5.
All right. That'll help a bit because I'm getting kind of low, but I'm not dangerously low right now. I'm just below half. So how close am I to him again?
You're still quite a distance. Yeah, you're about 47 feet.
All right, give me just a second because I gotta do a sciencing thing in my head here. Alright, so if I did that, that would be
Use a cunning action, you could get there. Dash.
yeah. I'm trying to tactic in my head here because if I do what I want to do, I won't be able to attack him until my next turn, anyways, regardless of if I do a dash or the movement.
Maybe a reaction?
Okay, I got this. So he's going to I'm going to move. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to ask you real quick. Singe, does your temp HP last if I move out of your area of it?
Yeah, wherever you go. It's just my concentration.
All right.
Yeah,
So he's going to kind of.
as long as he's concentrating on it, you'll get it. You'll keep.
Yeah. Okay, I just wasn't sure if there was a range because stuff like pass without trace, you got to be near them, etc.
Just have to touch you to grant it.
All right, so he's going to kind of kneel down and take you off of his shoulder, and he's going to be like, as much as I appreciate having someone within close proxy to me, I'm afraid for this next part I cannot bring you with.
You'll hop down.
And he's going to take a few steps forward, and I'm going to use Fade Away, so he just kind of vanishes out of view into like a purple fog that then dissipates.
All right.
So like, dust floating into the wind kind of thing as he walks forward. And I'm going to use my bonus action to cunning action while I'm faded away to dash, and while in the ethereal, I'm going to make my full movement to behind the Mind Piercer.
Oh, yoink.
And since I bonus actioned to dash, I am still in the ethereal. That lasts for 1 minute, so.
All right. That's it.
Yeah, because that was my action to fade out, that was my movement, and then bonus action to dash from cunning action, so yes.
All right. Steve.
Steve will turn around. Okay, he's just turned around to face this guy.
I got you.
There we go. And then I will take a swing at him with my long sword.
All right.
That's a natural 20. And then I will slash at him for 9 slashing damage, and then I will do Divine Smite as a bonus action.
Quick question. Above table, are you still doing the if you roll a natural 20, it's the full dice plus a dice roll?
Yep. Yeah, I do
So
it.
that'd be so that'd be more damage, wouldn't it be? For Steve?
It added it. It gave me 2 Nine's the crit.
what I usually do is I'll take one of the numbers for simplicity and just change one of them to a max number.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually really like that rule as well because I always find it hilarious when it's like, oh cool, I crit, oh cool, 2 damage.
Yeah,
Because you can, it's fully possible that you roll your double dice and then you roll a 1 on both despite it critting.
yeah. That's why I do it because I think it's stupid to roll a 2 on a crit. At the very minimum, you at least get your max damage.
So then,
So
if
like for example,
one,
if you were to roll your double dice and rolled 2 1s, then one of them would get turned into max damage 10 if it was a D10.
Yep.
so if one of them's max damage, then it would be a 14 instead of a 9.
All right.
And then I'm doing as a bonus action Divine Smite,
What level?
first level.
So it's 2d8.
Yep, 2d8. And then 8 radiant damage.
He's looking heavily hurt.
And then that will be my turn.
Wait, don't you get 2 attacks as a paladin at level 5?
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never played a paladin before.
Yeah, at level 5.
If you look at in your actions section, it'll tell you attacks per action somewhere near the top.
Oh yeah, I do. Get 2. Oh, well, thank you. I'll take my next slash at him, which is a 15.
That misses.
Okay. And then that's the end of my turn.
All right, Otto.
My turn?
Yep.
Let's go.
Maybe we should try and keep that leader alive.
How hurt are they right now? Both of them?
The leader looks like he probably just needs new robes, but that's about it.
The leader is this guy?
Is the floaty
Floaty.
guy.
Mr.
Yeah,
Floaty
floaty
that
guy.
I'm currently behind, and I'm actually invisible. Not invisible, but nobody can see me behind him right now.
What about the one on the
In
right?
this fight so far, he's hardly taken any damage.
And then the one by Steve is
And neither of them have been
probably on
very
the brink.
damaged.
No, the one by Steve is bloodied.
Yeah.
He's on the brink.
Okay, first one is attacking the one next to Steve.
All right.
Okay.
Roll the hit.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Damage. 7 plus. Oh my god. 1. 8 damage.
He kind of like before, this blast hits him in the center of the chest. He goes completely ragdoll and rolls back about 5 feet.
I'm just kill stealing.
He's dead.
Alright. The next one attacking the leader.
Yeah,
What
so
is it?
basically it's just y'all and the leader at this point.
We should try and
14
capture
to
the
hit?
leader.
Does 14 hit? I
Uh,
don't think so.
probably. Uh, 14 does not hit.
Okay.
You
And
see
then-
you see it like this blast hits some kind of like psychic energy, kind of crack a little.
Alright. And then I'm gonna transfer a hex onto that guy. And then I'm gonna make it disadvantage on dex checks.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, Singe.
Whoops. Okay. Okay, Singe is gonna try and stealthily from the 2 figures he keeps freezing whenever they look in his direction. Run over to this guy 15 feet away
All
and
right.
start rummaging through his stuff.
As you kind of look through, you see he has these two hand axes that are you see this And these two Hineks that looks like you see kind of glyph on like the very edge of the blade. So you get a sense that those are probably magical.
He's a hoarder. He's just going to shove everything in his pockets and stuff that looks interesting, including whatever looks like a hat or hood on his head.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
Okay. Yeah, we can go through it after the fight.
If the others look at him, he freezes or hides in the body.
All right, Nonia.
All right.
Left is this hood floaty guy. He's just kind of gliding in the air.
Above table, because this is probably good information. If there's ever a situation we end up in like this again, where I have done my fadeaway, while I'm in fadeaway, I cannot be affected by things that are on the material, so you don't have to worry about hitting me with AoE.
Oh,
As
So if I'm faded and I'm in a fireball, I'm fine.
did you tell Singe this beforehand?
We haven't done any proper introductions with each other yet. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yep.
The thing is, though,
I'm
none
just
of you can
thinking
like
Singe
see
probably
me over
won't
there,
do that
though.
until he knows.
Wait, where is Cindy? I can't see him.
None of you would know that I'm there right now either.
he's
True.
next to the dead guy, he's 2 feet tall.
Oh my
Barely-
god, I just found where Singe is. Oh my god, I can never
Pretty
find
much.
him.
The way to think about what Phalar did is when Frodo puts on the One Ring, and he just. That's pretty much what he did.
All right, Donia.
There's a field.
All right. So floaty guy, I believe, is now within 30 feet of me after I moved my 30 feet.
Before you moved to Donya, Steve would have shouted to you, try not to kill him. Let's take him in for questioning.
All right. So yep, he's within 30 feet of me. I'm going to attempt acid spit. He needs Dex 14.
He succeeded.
All right.
16.
Well, second attack, I'll do acid spit again, or attempt to.
14 again.
Well, fucker.
He's just like it's like as you're making both of these spit attacks, he's just like gliding away, and he goes hits the ground. On up here back.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you want to do with your?
Yep, I was gonna do my bonus action. I'll throw the burning seal of fire on him, so he's got a necrotic and a fire.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Knocking his mind crush back. Yeah, he's just gonna make 2 psychic lashes against you and Dunya. Right there. Oh. 14 to hit.
AC is 16.
Back. 17. So that hit.
All right, that one hits.
15 points of psychic damage.
15.
Yep.
And when she gets hit with that psychic thing again, she's gonna yell at Critter to stop fumbling in her bag and to go after the floaty guy.
Yeah, he just saying, and you just hear in your head, "I will devour you all." That's the end of his turn. All right, Phalar.
So I've got an interesting question for you. Uh, if a creature can't see me when I fade away, then if I appear in a position that they aren't looking at, would that count as being hidden from them?
Yes.
So, like, if I appeared behind him right now, would that give me the advantage?
Yeah, but that'll also
Because he wouldn't have seen me go behind him.
yeah, but that gives you way once you attack.
There's no sound
Yeah.
or anything as you switch
I
sides.
go into the ethereal.
Wait.
So
silent.
I'd be. It's pretty much as a disembodied. I'm like right on the border of the ethereal at all times, and I just kind of passed fully into it.
I understand that. I was just
So I
wondering
think
about like the audible sense
it
of the
doesn't really
stealth mechanic
define.
we'd be reaching for.
Yeah, it doesn't really define if there's a sound that's emitted from it or not.
I kind of think of it's kind of like like the purple mist that dissipated. I would say you see like that purple mist kind of like dissipate out of form.
Yeah, so it would just kind of, evaporate into the air, and then it recoalesces behind him. So that burns it burns my bonus action to reappear though. So
Oh, I was gonna say, why don't you use
yeah, it's an
that
action to fade
to
away,
hide?
bonus action to re-enter.
Okay.
Gonna make an attack then.
Yep, and that would be sneak attack because you said that counts as being hidden since I'm appearing out of his view.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna do anything special with the sneak attack. I'm just gonna go for the damage. 22.
That hits.
All right. Oh. That's
Some
21
close
piercing.
rolls.
So I would the mist would coalesce behind him. Everyone after, I especially imagine Singe would probably see this since, he just kind of set Singe down and walked away into nothingness. He appears behind the floating guy out of the mist that reforms and then just shanks him right in the back.
Like his back arches, and as you like withdraw the knife, you see his head kind of turn a little bit over his shoulder.
Oh.
Kind of like
I'd say
kind of like not saying anything, just kind of like acknowledging your presence,
Okay.
and then shifting his attention back to the rest.
All right. So
he's
when floaty guy takes the damage, does not require an action for me to burn my seals, so I'm gonna do that.
All right, to roll damage for both.
Yep. So first one being the fire one is 6.
I was just gonna say that when I stab him and he turns audibly enough for, I imagine, anyone within, hearing range to hear, Phalar still was just this kind of grin on his face. He's like, I thought that I was done with you cultist a-holes a long time ago.
Second one is 7.
All right.
When I burn the seals, for the necrotic one, I'm gonna take the damage doing that exsanguine thing and give the hit points as temporary to Phalar, so he's got 7 temporary.
All right.
And that replaces the 5 you have. They don't stack.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And then, oh, that wasn't even my turn. That's still Phalar.
Yeah.
Stab him again.
I get 1 attack per action, and I used my bonus to fade back in, so
Okay.
I just did a nice heavy blow and audibly shouted that I'm tired and dealing with cultists.
Steve is going to run over here and pick up that object.
You
That
look
was-
you look down, you see it's this metallic looking sphere, like probably about the size of like a baseball, but just covered in these ruins.
He'll take that and put it into his pocket.
All right.
And then I want to search this guy here for anything.
Make an investigation.
Um, 19.
Find 7 gold on him. In this strange looking like, only describe it as like it's like this bone dagger that kind of like at a very like near the hilt has this like this single spike like right where the hilt meets the blade, and you see these faint ruins on it.
I'll just take it and shove it in my bag for now.
Okay.
And I guess that will be my turn.
All right, Otto.
Eldritch Blast, that guy. First to hit is 12. That probably misses.
Yep,
Second one is 25.
that hits.
Alright. Oh my god. 7 plus 1. 8 damage.
It just like takes the blast.
And
It's a glance kind of shifts in your direction.
and also it pushes him by 10 feet. Repelling blast.
So it would shove him into. So it's, yeah, I'll say, yeah, Phalar, make a deck save as this guy is pushed back into you.
Da, 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 da. 26. Do, 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 do.
I'll say you
Nice.
manage to like slide out the way as he like skids on the ground back.
So they're doing the electric
I was
slide.
like, I have a +7. I'm a rogue. I wasn't too worried about it.
All of a sudden, we just hear Phalar scream, "Slide to the left!" Psh.
I'd say Otto, you probably also noticed the grin that Phalar's got on him once he moves out of the way. He's had like this, this, wide smile the whole time that you guys have been fighting. Definitely not an expression you should have in combat.
He is having fun.
All right.
Is that what it feels like?
All right, Senj.
I
He
didn't think I'd
is.
get another turn, so I didn't really think about it.
And he is definitely bloodied.
Far does this go? 30 feet. Nothing goes far. Wait a minute. You know what? Yeah. This technically works.
Run up and start kicking him in the shin.
So Singe uses a bonus action and cast Jump on himself.
Okay.
Touch a willing creature. Once on each of its turns until spell ends, the creature can jump up to 30 feet by spending 10 feet of movement. Doesn't take concentration, so the guy still has his heroism too.
Yeah.
And 30 feet. It's about this corner here. Just gonna get a little flying leap out here. It's close enough. And good, he's within 20 feet finally. And what can I do? He's wearing like cultist clothes? He doesn't look like anything metal on him.
Yeah, it's just all robes, no metal.
I don't
No.
even know if half of us know for sure that they're cultists.
For some reason, I turned off my measurement or something. I feel like I should have 20 feet left since I jumped, and I only burnt 10 feet.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and run up to his ankles.
And
I
bite
can't
'em.
reach myself now, and give him a shocking grasp. Just taser him from below.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Gotta think of what would be the most painful possible spot to grab.
Oh wait, advantage, yeah, because we're both. Is he within flanking?
I'm gonna say no because Baylor had to move out of the way of the guy being shoved.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, 13 to hit. That's it then.
It's like he looks down, kind of like seeing you try to like grab his ankles and steps back.
Just looks like a little ember rolling on the ground, and he's just stepping away from it.
He's gonna punt kick you next turn.
Oh no.
That's it.
All right, Antonia.
All right. How did it go from 30 feet to 33 feet? Am I clicking in the wrong spot?
He remember
He got pushed back
yeah.
by a repelling
Oh.
blast.
Yeah, I know that happened and I didn't even think about it. All right, let me think here. Does my scythe have any kind of reach?
I think
If
only
I move 30, if I move 30 feet
I
to
think
him, he's like 2.5, 3 feet away. Then
I think you have to be within 5 feet of him.
yeah, I'd be with it. Yeah, I'd be 3 feet away from him if I move 30.
Yeah, then you can
If I go,
you can stab him with your
if it
scythe.
is the scythe, is it one of the like scythe kind of weapons that's considered a glaive in
I
like the thing?
Yeah, it is.
Because I think glaives do have reach.
oh, it says 10 feet reach.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so yeah, I can hit him. All right, I am swinging. 18.
That hits.
All right. Oh, and I'll roll the damage, but something special happens with that 18, remember? But I'll roll my damage.
Yep. I remember.
10.
Yeah, okay. 10 damage.
All right.
And I think the
And
extra damage too.
extra damage.
Don't you remember we made I think either do lightning or necrotic? I don't remember which.
Uh, yeah, I think that's if I choose to do it because it's got the spell imbued on it when I attack, and that's if I choose to use that spell.
No, that's on the hit.
Oh, well then
Yeah, it's just extra
I'll do
damage.
that. All right, let me get that D8 going then. 7.
All right.
Okay, and then the special thing is on an 18, 19, or 20, when I attack, I get to automatically place one of my seals on the creature, so I'll place the necrotic one.
You still have enough left?
Uh, I have one.
Okay.
I've used 3. I used 2 on him and 1 on the one guy.
Okay.
So I used the necrotic one. So I placed that on him. So that was the first attack. And then second attack with the vein again. 22.
That hits.
All right. And normal damage 10.
Looking real rough.
And then that's a d8 for the necrotic damage. 7.
Falls unconscious.
And then I'm gonna look over to my right side. I'm like, all right, Critter, your turn. Pee on him.
All right. Yeah,
So-
that's the end of combat.
That's the last thing I do is Critter pees on him. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be back. I gotta take my meds.
Taylor
And
would kind of
does-
look around at the people that aren't, near the now unconscious guy yet, and be like, "All right, he's out cold. Everybody can gather around now. He is safe."
And you said these are the Cult of Klaus, late?
You don't.
I think you said oh no, that was yeah.
Of these people, you don't know.
Okay.
I'm saying that. Remember, to him, the symbol for Umbriel, at least for Steve, is the thinks represents the cult of Klaus.
He thinks that Umbriel's symbol represents Klaus?
Yeah, his cult.
Okay. Well, doing that, him seeing that, he's going to chop the head off this guy in front of him.
Oh my god.
This-
What are you doing?
And then he's gonna walk
Just
up,
kidding. He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
walk up to the next guy, search him for anything, and then chop his head off also.
Question late while he's doing some chopping.
Find 10 gold on him.
Alright, and then I'll just walk up to the other guy that's dead that I saw the small guy loot and chop his head off.
Okay.
You saw nothing.
Let me see here.
And then I'll walk up to this one and slap my pair of manacles on him that I have.
Okay.
And then I'll turn to the 3 people here and say that symbol on the wall is the symbol for the cult of Klaus.
Late for my invoke hell and bolden.
Yeah.
Is that because I can use it every round as a bonus action while in combat? While out of combat, is it a free action but like once per rest, or how would you determine that?
I would say outside of combat, you'd say once for short rest.
All right. Who's looking the worst?
I'm pretty good.
I'm at 22 out of 43.
All
I'm a
right.
decent bit below half right now, pretty much.
All right. Well, I can do up to the 25, so I'll give you 10, and I'll take 15.
That first combat intense enough for you?
Yeah, I liked it.
So you gain 10 of your hit points back.
All
I
right.
have a deception of 11. I technically beat Steve's passive perception, don't I?
Well,
Deception, because I just want to see if I could deceive Steven into thinking I'm not a real creature. Doing the whole group freeze when he looks at me.
yeah, I'll say so.
Failer's gonna kind of look at everybody, and then he's going to be like, firstly, if or when we decide to wake this one up, let me know, because I have a fun little way to wake them back up with a little jolt. Also, now that we are more safe, my name is Failer Divisio, and it is a pleasure to meet you.
My name is Steve, and I am trying to hunt down Klaus and anyone with him.
Above the table, I swear, when you said my name is Steve and you took a pause, I thought you were gonna say, and this is Jackass. Oh, that's what I was waiting for.
My name is Jeff.
Oh,
How
man.
about the others of you? What is your name? Well, one of you introduced yourselves already.
Uh, nice to meet all of you. Since we're just in finished the battle, my name's Otto. Last name is Ross. And just a traveling scholar.
I sent Late a DM real quick. There's something clicked in my head.
I'm gonna look at everybody, and Adonia's gonna look off to her right side, and then she's gonna kind of extend her hand out open, and she'll be like, "This is Critter. He's been with me since I was a kid." And he's gonna look at everybody, or she's gonna look at everybody else and be like, "My name is Endonia of the Starskin. My clan and family is Starskin. I am the daughter of adventurers. Unfortunately, I know of my father, but I've never met him."
Yeah, so Failer, go ahead and make that history check if you want to.
Do we want to say what's triggering the history check?
That I will leave up to you.
Did you fart and knocked loose some memories?
No, Phalar heard the name Klaus. And
With
when that name is said, he would kind of like raise his eyebrow for a moment as everyone else is introducing themselves. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask late above the table with me saying my clan name and the background of my character, the whole adventurer parents. Does that keen anybody in?
Maybe have to.
Yeah, I can roll. What am I needing to roll?
I mean, you'd have to tell him first.
Well, I did. I openly said that
Yeah.
I'm Endonia of the Starskin. Starskin is my family or my clan's name, my family name, and that I am the daughter of two adventurers, and I know of, but I've never met my father.
Okay. Yeah, so Failer make a history check and make a history advantage.
I made a history check, rolled a 12, so I'm guessing my only thing is, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, basically, you're like, yep, it's
So yeah, when
Sounds
Steve
familiar,
would-
but
when Steve would have said that he's trying to, the whole thing about that being the cult of Klaus, all that Phalar he would have kind of raised his eyebrow and would be like, I've heard that name before, though I can't quite figure out where. It's lodged in my mind somewhere.
I believe
I
he's a,
rolled,
I believe he's a talking goldfish.
And
I rolled a
goldfish.
I rolled a 6.
yeah, Steve doesn't have a clue.
All right.
As for myself, I have set forth on a path to try and bring retribution to my own name. I come from not so great of a past. I do not wish to openly share it, but that is where I am at.
I do have to ask a question of everybody here. I'm saying this as Andonia. All right. And as I'm saying this, I'm reaching into my bag and pulling out a piece of parchment. And I'm like, has anybody come in contact with this man? And I unroll it. Or seen him. I'm currently tracking him down.
Who is it?
You see, it's this. It's a picture of a Goliath, no hair, thick beard, no shirt, wearing pants.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No. Wait.
Now, the question is Steve's gonna have to roll another check, isn't he?
Is this who I think it is?
You roll
Well, the
another
question
history
is,
check.
I think
Which,
Steve's gonna
would,
have to roll another history check on this.
would any of the rest of us roll anything, depending on,
I'll say if Baylor would probably recognize this guy.
but it depends on the history check, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so Steve and Phalar have to roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll. Do I roll at disadvantage on this one?
I'm gonna say no because it's
Oh
not.
damn, Phalar.
26.
He rolled a natural 20.
18.
Yeah.
Both of you know that this is Ugo, who was at one point part of the group that helped stop Vecna about 2 years ago.
So probably as soon as he unrolls it because of that 26, Phalar kind of gets this look like a mix between recoil and admiration at the same time. And then he's like, that would be a very familiar face. His name was Hugo. He was part of the people who took out the crew of Vecna, I believe. And then he kind of looks over to Steve and the rest of the party and is like, I believe that's correct.
Yes, that is Hugo. He ended up, from what I remember, leaving the party after he robbed the store.
Yeah, from what
Yes,
I
I
believe.
do remember hearing about that. I've read about it in some of the public files from the Eye.
I do not know the rest of his party.
I
though.
think the only thing I'll know is that he was part of the robbery of that magic shop and has been around ever.
Wow, they still haven't caught him?
He's been out there for like, what, 2.5 years now?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
he left before the rest of the party.
If we see him, we should just call the Arcane Eye.
Yeah,
Andonia is rolling up the parchment, putting it back in her bag, and as she's doing this, she says, "Well, my tracking and hunting of this gentleman has nothing to do with the robbery or the party against Vecna. It's personal concerns."
That is understandable, of course. We all have our own personal goals and ideals. I myself am very mixed on how to view this man, so I have no opposition.
Well, this is the most data I've gotten out of anybody in this area so far, so thank you.
Of course.
At least I know he's been here at some point.
Can I take out that ball and investigate it?
Yes.
On investigation.
Okay, fine. You can have a pair. Gonna hand Critter a pair.
Okay.
Now the question is, do you actually like pull a pear out of your bag and then just like hold it out into the air and then it just vanishes?
Oh, no, well, I guess would they have to roll late? Because I know how it's gonna play out, but it'd be whether or not they perceive it this way.
I would say it depends on how you want to play it.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Alright, I rolled a 9 on my investigation.
Oh,
The strange looking orb, as far as you know. What
And-
what languages does Steve know?
Steve knows. If I can find it.
Would you pick up Singe again, Phalar?
Get to
Okay, I
it.
sent it.
he'd probably while you're looking over it, kind of
He-
kneels down and picks up Singe again, and it's like, I should also note that our small friend here is quite shy, it seems. So I will carry him with me.
Steve knows Common and Elvish.
Yeah, you have no idea. You've no idea what's written on this.
The question is, do you hide it away or do you ask the party for help?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I'll ask the
Phalar-
party.
if Phalar picks me up, Singe probably has a better view. He can try investigating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent you that late.
The question is, do you, like, you don't know what's written on it, but would he recognize what language it is?
What languages?
Perhaps.
What languages does Singe know?
Languages. Singe. Common, Infernal, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh, wait.
You're able to get of phrases that it's some of it is written in primordial and some of it is what looks like to be Draconic. The phrases you're picking up are you see mention Bahamut, and you get a few mentions of what looks like prayers. I'll say with that you get enough of this probably some kind of old religious relic of some kind.
I'm sorry,
Is
go
there
ahead.
any of it that you're not able to read, or did you get all of it?
Well, he'll basically say as much as Nate said. He'll whisper it to Phalar while Steve is busy looking at the orb.
Phalar also knows Draconic, so
Also, after refreshing D&D Beyond, my languages are showing up. It's Common, Elvish, Deep Speech, and Sylvian. That
I've
Steve
got
knows.
Abyssal, Celestial, Draconic, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant, of course, as well as Common.
Yeah,
I-
I'll say Phalar is able to quickly pick the rest as you see it's prayers to a lot of what's written is prayers written to Bahamut.
I would say my languages. I got Common, Sign Language, Draconic, Infernal, Thieves' Cant, and Veldican.
Yeah, I think Andonia has no idea what's written on it.
What's the language?
It's a
All right, we know it starts with an M.
Proceeds to cut out right as he tries to say what it is.
It's a mixture of primordial and draconic, but you get a sense
Oh.
that it is mostly. What Phalar is able to read is it's mostly prayer. It's mostly prayers to Bahamut.
So
Oh.
Singe and I both picked up on that. If anybody else had Draconic, they did as well.
Yeah, I've got Draconic, but he said I don't know what it does.
Yeah, Otto also picked up on it. He
Okay.
knows Draconic as well.
Okay.
We have a very dragon-based party, apparently.
Yep.
Well, because of where I'm from, I need it.
See, I have the languages I have because of where I'm from. There's a reason that I know both Abyssal, Infernal, as well as Celestial.
Well, Otto was.
We'll get to that later, though.
He just studied the language.
Okay,
Alright,
so to the thing I DM'd you late.
Yeah. So y'all see him pull a pair out, drop it to the ground.
And as I drop it to the ground, I say, "See, all you had to do was wait until this was over. Now eat."
Y'all see nothing happen to the pair out on the ground, as far as y'all know.
Phalar's just not gonna question it. He's like, I've already dealing, with my stuff.
Steve is gonna walk over to the guy that's shackled and say, "Let's wake him up and ask him some questions."
All right, I've got a nice, fun little way to wake him up, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So he's going to. Late knows what this is because he let me, fill one of my flasks before the campaign starts. So he's gonna pull a metal flask out of a side pouch on his bag, and he's gonna pop it open, and then he's just going to chug down the pint that's in the flask,
Okay.
and then he's gonna kind of clear his throat, like I just took a swig of strong alcohol, throat clear, and he's like, I needed that, but also for this, and then he's gonna reach down and he's gonna touch right on the forehead of the guy, and it's gonna static shock him.
Its pupilless eyes open.
So that was Blue Dragon Ale. When you drink it, it charges your body with static. So I just static shocked him awake.
He kind of sits up, kind of straining against the shackles, and looks up at all of you.
You're in no position to be attempting to strain at the moment. I am not sure what exactly the rest of these people have in store for you, but I'm sure some of them will have questions to ask. The question is whether or not you'll be willing to answer.
All of you just hear in your heads, if you have something to say, say it.
Who's
And then
talking?
Phala is just going to look to everyone else and be like,
The
go on ahead.
the cultist we captured right here.
Yeah, I shocked him back awake from drinking the Blue Dragon Ale.
Klaus
he's in manacles on the ground right now.
Klaus is gonna say, I mean not Klaus. Steve is gonna say to
Klaus just appears. Hey, how's it going? Oh shit, it's the Cult of Umbra.
Steve is gonna ask him, where is Klaus and what are they doing? What is this orb? And why does he want it?
It looks at you. It's kind of you this tilted head, and not sure if it's confused because it has no mouth and it has no pupils. So it's like You're almost not sure what it's really doing. But before you hear in your head, who the hell is Klaus?
Steve will then point to the symbol on the wall, the owner of that symbol.
That's the symbol for Umbriel. I don't know what you're talking about. So Steve, it's like as he just says the name Umbriel, just feel your blood almost like boil just at the mention of it.
With
Steven-
my
Oh, go
oh
ahead.
sorry, I was
Go
gonna say
ahead.
with my whole being the blood sanguine knight, is this something that I detect? Because I know I have an ability to detect creatures who have blood within 120 feet. But is this like his blood boiling type of thing? Is that just like a metaphor? Is it something that I can
It's
I
a,
pick
it's
up
a
on?
it's a metaphor for his rage.
Okay.
Steve is going to tell him to quit playing and tell me where Klaus is.
I don't know who the hell this Klaus is. And he's just like looks at you confused and just turns to the rest of the group, almost like completely ignoring Steve now. You have weird questions. I will answer. As the rest of you hear this in your heads.
I've dealt with cultic situations before, and you, as much as I hate to offend, definitely fit the bill, as well as your entourage, which is now dead. Would you mind telling us what it is that you were doing here exactly? And who for?
His help. I'm going to. He wants to start the Shattered War.
Klaus, why he not fuck? I don't know why I keep saying that.
Yes.
while while the cultist is talking to the rest of them, Steve is going to take off his chest armor and open his shirt and point to the giant tattoo on his chest and say, Klaus, the one that left us on my chest.
He just like. It looks up at you and then down at the tattoo on your chest. And then you just hear in your head, I still don't know who the hell this Klaus is. I can't help
Okay.
you. And then just turns back to the rest of the party.
Okay, fine. I will ask. All right, Mr. Floaty Guy. Critter wants to know if you have any fruit.
No.
Okay. No, he has no fruit.
Was that long pause in character? Just him staring awkwardly, like, what the hell?
Then I'll turn with my hands held out and go, no, he has no fruit.
You said that he is trying to start something. Who is he? Unless it is a case of perhaps your master's name cannot be spoken.
The Herald. That's who I'm helping. He is starting. He wants to restart the Shattered War. You want more?
What is that? What's that?
Roll a history check.
No, he said shattered war. He did not say roasted boar.
Where's history? There's history. Oh. I had to get Discord going again. There we go. Oh, cool. D&D Beyond. What are you doing? It just opened and closed itself like 3 times. There we go.
If any of y'all want to know context, roll history.
History. All right.
Roll his.
All right.
Oh,
hold on
no.
one.
12.
15.
Oh, dude, why does it keep doing that?
Donnie, I think you probably even more than probably anybody else would probably know as this affected who you serve. You know that he's probably referring to the Shattered Pantheon War. A time in ages past where the gods themselves fought each other on the mortal plane and nearly destroyed in Eldoria.
So what Donia's gonna do is, as soon as he mentions the Herald, is she's gonna instantly crack and release the scythe, and she's gonna put it down to his neck as she's kneeling down, holding it right there. She's not saying a word. She just suddenly her attention was on him, and now the scythe is on his neck.
Okay.
I sent you a message late.
Okay.
And she just kind of fierce face as she's heavy breathing.
You see, he's just glancing at the scythe and then up at you. To answer your question, yes, I think you would.
Then Steve would take his hand and touch it to the tattoo and tell him to feel the hatred of it from Klaus that he left.
The moment he touches your chest, you just see all these flashes of a village, of fire, a small halfling little girl, flashes of another younger woman, see another flash of all these cloaked figures in this village killing, slaughtering people. Blinking, flashing your back. This farm.
And he would say to him, "Do you see the hatred now?"
You just hear this laughter. So much more.
What do you mean?
Looks over at you and says, as he like points to your chest and says, "Look inside. There you will find your answers." He goes back to looking at the scythe in his neck and up at Andonia. And then you and Andonia hear, "The herald will bring the shattered war forth." And then he's going to attempt to grab the scythe and push it into his neck.
Is because the scythe is linked to my clan. Is there any pushback on it?
You get a sense that he's trying to pull it forward psychically. Like, since he can't physically move his arm. So he's like trying to
I mean, like, I meant like the scythe itself says it's linked to me and my clan for Starskin. Is it have any pushback because I had to do the whispering in order to atone it? So is it trying to fight him, or is it going to be all on me?
it's gonna be all on you.
All right.
So I'll say it'll be a strength check versus an intelligence roll from him.
All right. Fuck. 12.
Wow, 12. So I would say it's like you feel it slightly pull in this direction, but you definitely tell he's like trying to actively, like, with his mind, trying to push it. You feel like a slight resistance of a pull in his direction.
All right. So I'm gonna, while still holding the scythe and trying to make sure he ain't taking himself out, I'm gonna say, uh, say to the party, like through the fierceness and the heavy breathing, he's trying to end himself. I'm trying to fight it. You guys got questions, or are you done with him?
Y'all definitely see there's like this, almost like this tug of war with the scythe that he's kind of having with it.
I think the last thing that I'm curious about is why were they at this building in particular? What does this have to do with what their herald is doing?
You don't know.
I'm gonna ask, did you find the orb in this building?
Yes, we hid it here. But when the time came,
All right, so since he can't talk, I heard that. So I'm gonna say they found the orb here, they put it here to come back for it.
That means that there may be other locations like it, and I doubt he will be willing to share.
then you need to make another strength check. Try it again.
All right. 16.
It feels almost stronger as the blade goes into his neck. He starts bleeding heavily.
All right, I'm gonna say,
Y'all just hear this laughter.
I'm gonna say,
Still.
is everyone done?
I think it's already too late.
Well, you said it went into his neck. You said it didn't go through his neck.
It went into his neck, but and it's just he's just heavily bleeding neck. Like it's a
Oh, I know.
full on gusher.
I've got a reason for it if it's allowed. But I'm gonna, if everyone's done, then I'm gonna say what I'm doing, and then you can say whether or not this is okay.
Okay.
So is everybody done with him?
Steve's probably just thinking to himself right now, so he's probably done.
All right, we got the information that we needed. So what
Yep.
she's going to do is she's going to, as she's got her right hand on the staff for the scythe, she's actively pushing down towards his waist since he's pulling it up to his neck. And she, she's still fighting that. She's gonna use her left hand to draw a little, probably pinstripe fire circle around him, and says, "You may be trying to end yourself, but I have somebody who needs information from you." And then it's gonna be like a fiery thing that pulls him down to where I'm from.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
And I'm pretty sure people are gonna have questions about that, but yeah, that's what happened.
Y'all just see like his body's almost encased in fire, but as the flames kind of retract, there's no burnt body. There's no remains. There's just nothing but a small scorch mark on the.
And late, so I sent him to who I serve.
Yep.
I figured you already assumed that, but
Yeah. I figured that was kind of obvious.
Steve is gonna bend down and pick his armor back up and start putting it back on.
Adonia's gonna stand herself back up. She's gonna slap the bottom of the scythe staff down on the ground to collapse it so it looks like a staff again. And then she's gonna look at everyone with a smile and she goes, "Well, that was fun. Drink?"
I could go for one.
You're really quiet, Derek. Or Sins. Sorry.
Singe is attempting to get a short rest.
Yeah, we should probably get one actually.
You want to maybe end this session where y'all go to a tavern and get some rest, get a drink, and y'all can at that point probably get to know each other a little more.
Yeah. Sounds good.
No one questioned where the lady who brought us here went.
She probably ended up stumbling into the festival like, I need medical attention.
We can go back and find her.
Yeah.
She
Did
running.
she say she had like family members here, or was she by herself?
Her husband and some other people.
Are they dead, or
You don't know.
oh?
Y'all haven't looked around the rest of the farm.
All right, so before we go back to the tavern, me and Critter are gonna take a look inside that big building in front of us.
Steve will go
Yeah.
check out
that is
the-
fine. Yes.
I'll check the other building.
Yeah, Steve's gonna go check the other building.
All right, so me and Critter are going here. Just for time saving, do you want me to roll like a generic search or something?
I'll say you see that there's like this you for simplicity I'll say you see there's just this large hole in the middle of the right as you open the door. That's really the biggest thing you notice, and there's kind
No
of like
people?
no people. There's just this like
Okay.
this real dirty chest that's left open.
Do we see anything in the other house?
You see the house has been heavily torn through and trashed, and and you see that kind of in the main entrance, kind of slumped against the wall, is a human male figure with a single sword through his chest, kind of pinned against the wall.
All right.
Let out long ago.
I was say while they were doing that is, if I take a peek in that chest that was left open, anything of interest to me, is it empty?
It's empty.
All right, so that's where I'm assuming that's where the orb was. So I'm just gonna turn and come out, let people know, nada, And then all right, so I'm gonna kind of pull a background story thing here. It won't be long. It's gonna be simple. So in the other building, the male figure, it's a father figure. I'm assuming he's an older gentleman.
Yes.
He's probably the husband. All right, so background, I already explained to everybody, or Andonia already explained to everybody. She knows about and the name of and who her father was, but never met him. But she's never had a father figure in her life, and she takes that kind of that type of thing seriously. So, on the gentleman, is his wedding ring or something on him?
It was.
All right, I would like to take the wedding ring so that way when we get back to the festival, I can find her and give it to her to give her, condolences and sorry and all that stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Did Adonia say what her father's name was?
She did not. She just knows his name and of him and what he has done, but has never met him.
But yeah, she never actually told you name.
Okay. I guess we'll head back.
All right. I know it's a different map, so you're probably just gonna do this.
Yep. So y'all probably go back to. I'll say for simplicity, we'll say you go back to the festival, give her the ring, and then y'all can make your way to a tavern.
Tavern in town. If we go to the festival again tomorrow, I may want to go to the Elven Maid building or some other stuff.
Yeah. I have all sorts of games and stuff set up there.
Yeah. Use
Going
magic items, fortune teller,
Yeah.
fight ring.
So y'all, after giving her the ring, you eventually go into town and raid the tavern.
I'm gonna do my usual, and I am going to the backest, darkest corner, which this is the only one I could see that barely had light in the corner.
All right.
And then I'm gonna pull up a seat to my right, and then I'm gonna verbally say, and it doesn't really matter if other people are here. I'm gonna be like, "All right, critter, here you go."
Klaus. Fuck.
Another Klaus.
Do we have to? No. We need to have a tally from in all of our
No,
campaigns now.
I think
For every
think
time that
late.
somebody refers
just
to
rolls
a
off the
previous
tongue.
person's name.
I think late should keep track of it. When he exceeds the number of times he calls Klaus, Klaus actually shows up.
The thing is,
No.
Steve is Klaus, so
Oh, his personality, his own personality pops up.
Klaus just rolls off the tongue.
So what we should do is we should have a tally, so that way
Schizophrenic.
every time one of us uses our old character's name, it gets added to the tally, so we can see who does it the most.
I'll say
So far, it's only Steve. So
I'll say this: if you say it more than 5 times in a session, it'll,
Psychic damage.
you know what will probably happen, Steve? A takeover.
Kind of like hitting the shift bar on your computer 5 times, and all of a sudden you get an error for doing that.
I saw a
That
thing
was
of
horrible.
somebody playing Minecraft and trying to speed bridge. You know, you crouch, place up rock, uncrouch, and they did it 5 times, and then Sticky Keys shows up and they walk off the way.
How many times have I said it so far?
Oh God.
3 times.
At least 4.
Yeah, at least 4.
Well, as long as
Let's
nobody
see.
ask me about him, that should be fine. So Steve will go get a jug of ale and sit down at a table and think about what that cultist said to him.
So there is a person at the bar, like, tending it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says, you know, I put too many minis.
Yeah.
Chaos
And I'm
Fire has an
assuming since this is a
aneurysm.
festival, they've probably got a wide selection of stuff.
Yep.
I say that because I was gonna
I would
order something from him as a offer of friendship to our friend here that just blazed somebody in fire.
All right, sorry, I was answering a Discord message from a different Discord, but I heard blazing fire, and that was all I heard. So I assumed it
Right,
was me.
so Thalar kind of looks over at you and he's like, "Do you drink at all?"
I mean, is he within talking distance of me?
Are you just shouting this across the room?
He would have
I'm way in the
approached, yeah.
I'm way in the corner sitting with Critter.
He would have approached. I just can't move myself.
Oh, everybody's moving in that direction.
So yeah, he would have asked you if you drink at all.
All right, give me just a second. I sent you a message late. See if that's something that can work.
As that's going on, Steve will take that knife on the table there and just start, as he's sitting there drinking and stuff, he'll take that knife and just start carving that symbol into the table.
Okay. What the heart?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay, late?
I mean, it's up to you.
It's it kind of mess with the situation, if that makes sense.
I mean, for the other thing, you'd probably have to roll a sleight of hand for that to work, but at least to make it seem believable.
Okay, I got you. All right, so I'll look at Thalar and I'll say, well, I don't drink personally, but Critter does. He'll enjoy one.
And then he'll kind of give a nod. And then I think it was Otto, or was it Steve? One of you two already grabbed a drink?
Steve did.
All right. Then he'd look at Otto and say, "How about you? Do you fancy ale or anything?"
Jerry, you there?
Yeah.
You were asked if you drink.
Oh. Yeah. I drink.
And then He'll kind of look up onto his shoulder and be like, I feel like this is an obvious answer, but how about you, my little friend?
Just shakes its head.
All right, then.
Is that a point in time where I can roll like perception or something to see if I saw that? Because he's always been standing still. Otherwise,
Since he's actually only doing that to Steve now.
oh okay.
Now, Steve, I see that you already. This is going somewhere, but I'm going to order something for us if, you know.
Yeah.
I see that you already have yourself a drink. However, I could get something special from the bar if you would be interested.
Sure.
I know my way around a few taverns, and I'm sure at a festival like this they could have some rather some things with quite the kick to them. So, as a sign of it seems that we might be adventuring with one another for a while since we have similar interests, I am going to get us a little something from the bar to signify our bonding together.
Sounds good. Steve will tell him, I have quite, if they have it here, I'm quite fond of Demonsville wine.
It's funny that you bring that up because the thing that I'm gonna order does have to do with something infernal. It has the word devil in it.
What is it?
uh, so he's going to acknowledge that, and he's going to say, "It's interesting that you bring that up because I do have something of a similar nature, I believe, in mind. I shall be right back." And then he's going to walk to the bar, and it's not like a super exotic one, but I want to ask the bartender if they have Devil's Blood whiskey on hand. It says in the description it doesn't actually it's unknown if it actually contains Devil's Blood, but it's called that because of the flavor.
You see, it's kind of this like very older looking, kind of very gruffy, kind of dwarf with like it's this very kind of salt and pepper hair, and kind of like leans on the bar, kind of gives you a look like you definitely see this confusion, and for a moment, then kind of looks back at the shelves behind him, saying, "Nah, I've never heard of it."
Well, I am up for a bit of change sometimes. You see, me and my friends here have possibly a nice adventure ahead of us, or a rough one, and I'm hoping to get them a little something special. Perhaps something that is famous around here?
Hmm.
While you're thinking of that, just out of curiosity, late. Um, so this is above the table. Because of it's probably going to be pretty apparent, with my skin, and that my clan is the only one that has that skin. Is that bringing up any questions or looks or anything from people knowing, not just like, oh, what is that or something, but like they know because of the background?
I mean, you're definitely getting glances from other patrons in the bar, but most seem to like look in your direction. But when you make eye contact, they immediately like shift their glance back to the
They're like, oh, I'm being looked at.
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if, like, since this is a festival, there's going to be people from all over the place here. If anyone, because of my background, is going to recognize the skin.
Um, and it's probably getting later in the day, so probably not.
Okay.
Um, Steve is going to ask the rest of the group here what he thinks the cultist meant when he said to look inside yourself for the answers. that I seek.
All right. So as he is asking that, in that sentence, late, I'm gonna roll for the thing I said.
Okay.
Roll it to just you.
Yep. By the hand.
How about that?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. And then I'll look at him and I'll say, I wonder if it has anything to do with, look inside of you. I take that as meditation. Anytime I need to center myself, I need to connect with who I serve. I meditate. Look inside myself.
I don't know if that will do me any good. All I know is for the past, all I have recollection of is these past 2 years. I don't know of anything before that. All I know,
Only thing probably in the past 2 years, if you've probably gotten these flashes of what seem like distant memories, but it's like you just have no context on what this is. So probably to Steve, it's more like strange visions, probably memories.
okay. All I know is I'm trying to find the owner of the symbol that he has carved into the table and kill him. He is a evil man, from what I know.
Is this late above table something where I could do like a insight, where I could attempt to lay my hand on his forehead and try to see if I see anything?
Sure.
And then if you want to, you can just DM it to me if I see something, if it's to be whether or not I discuss it with him.
Okay.
All right, I got to remember it's got a red dot next to insight. Is that I get a bonus or
A red dot.
yeah, so it says a PROF, so
Mhm.
I'm proficient in it.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
as Steve is talking about that and stuff, he'll slam his fist onto the table and say, "When I find him, I will cut Klaus's head off with my sword myself."
All right, so that triggers another thing. Late when he slams his head on the table, does any of the drinks move, fall over?
Uh, I mean, I was Steve like hitting it the table hard.
Yeah,
Like,
he'll pound his fist onto the table in a fit of rage.
I'll say, I'll say the since the glasses are kind of pretty heavy, I'll say they don't they don't fall over, but like some of whatever you're drinking kind of splashes out onto the table a little bit.
What about a certain one in question?
I'll say with that you're able to do it. So
Well, you said that I did the sleight of hand to do what I said I wanted to do. So does that mean since that was successful, does that glass fall over?
I'll say as he slams his fist, I'll say y'all at this point, this is when y'all now notice that the glass that he left out for Critter is now empty.
And before Idonia's hand touches my forehead, since I said that name for the 5th time, does anything happen before she touches my forehead? Will that change what she sees?
What?
Roll a d20 for me.
I rolled it to you just to you.
Steve kind of as Steve's kind of staring kind of toward Andonia. See his eyes kind of glaze over. Thinks. How does Steve's mannerism change as he time?
He will be more relaxed and cocky and just giving off just a hatred intent that he always has.
Okay.
Okay, you want me or insight, right?
Yes. I'd say it's probably. I'd say it's probably at this point that it's like as it happens. This is when you notice that he's.
Do you want me to keep that roll, or do you want me to roll or wait until I'm touching his head to do the roll?
Well, it depends on how how Steve reacts.
As her hand touches my forehead, I'd grab her wrist and speak to her in Sylvian.
So, as a innate response or instinct, when he grabs my wrist, it's still going to be closed, but I'll put the wrist or the staff for my scythe while closed up to his neck. And then I'll say, "You asked me to do this. What are you doing?"
He would still let her touch his forehead, but he'd just hold her wrist. And just
So do I keep that roll, or do you want me to roll a new one?
Roll a new one.
Okay. 12.
All right. Um.
what does the rest of the group think? And is failure fuck. I don't see
Better
his
to
name.
suck.
Has Fowler walked back yet? During
I
this
think
time?
he'd probably be coming back as you grab his wrist with the whatever the house special is for the festival, and having paid for it and stuff, and then he sees you grab, and then Andonia put the scythe retracted still up, and then he's just like, what did I just walk back to?
I don't know why, but when Steve, Steve, when you're like flouting the fuck, the only thing I could think of is like you're drunk trying to ask your woman to get busy. Flouting the fuck. All right. All right. So I'm gonna set the scythe next to me, but I'm still gonna be holding it. I'm gonna release my hand from his head. I'm gonna look at him and be like, and I'm gonna with my left hand, I'm just gonna kind of point towards my head and then point towards his head, and I'm gonna be like, "You're not right," and I know what it is.
At this point, that you see Steve blink again. Steve, you blink and feel like there's just this gap in memories. Like, you asked him to touch your forehead, but why hasn't he done it?
Yes, Steve will look at her and say, "Are you going to touch my forehead or not?"
I don't want to sound rude. I didn't hear what you said. All I heard was a plastic bag or something in the background of someone's mic.
Steve will look at her and say, "I'm waiting for you to touch my forehead. Are you going to do it?"
And Andonia gonna look at him and be like, as she's still shaking her finger, she's gonna look at him and be like, "I did," and then she gonna point at her head, point at his head, and be like, and she's gonna say it again, "You're not right," pointing at her brain and his brain and saying, "I know what's wrong."
And he's going to say, "What is wrong?"
You're gonna lean in towards him and then kind of motion while still holding her scythe, motion with her left hand, index finger to come closer, and then just lean in towards his ear and then whisper, "Not in public." Did you hear the whisper?
Yes. And
Okay.
he's gonna whisper back, "Why?"
And she's gonna lean back and be like, it'll be eventful for you."
What did Otto and the other toy that I don't notice see going on?
Y'all definitely noticed a strangeness in posture and definitely you all definitely saw a brief like glimpse and shift in his behavior. Still brief.
What does it look like?
You see his kind of him build going from being relaxed, tense to relaxed, like just during that shift that it seems like uh ink and what's happened.
Um, I would like to, before saying what it is, I want to run this by you late. I want to try to do a sleight of hand directed towards everybody but Steve. So only Steve is going to see what I do. And then Do you want me to explain what I'm trying to do, or do you want me to wait to see if I pass or fail, and then if I fail, just don't say it? How do you want to play that out?
What's everybody's passive perception?
Oh god.
16,
I'm
12,
13.
13, 11.
11, yeah.
I have 13.
When that happened, that interaction happened, like, was there anybody else in the bar that would have noticed the change and then change back?
Um,
I think you know
yeah.
what
I would say as you're looking around, you notice that there's this there's this elderly man kind of sitting at the bar, just kind of every now and again, kind of just glancing in your direction, kind of real intently. And then whenever he sees you shift in his direction, he goes back to his drink.
Okay. You can continue, Edonia.
I know he was asking what everybody's passive perception was, so I was waiting to see where that was going.
I mean, you'd have to roll higher than I would say 16 for everybody else not to notice.
All right, and then if I fail, does that mean
Uh,
depending on what the roll is? So, like, let's say I get a 15. Does that mean the 16 and Steve sees it, or is that everybody sees it?
it just means that like Steve would probably see you do it, and then Singe would probably see something.
Okay. All right. So sleight of hand.
That sounds kind of backwards. The
That
guy
was
with
close.
lesser perception saw better than the guy of high perception.
All right. So who's got a higher perception than 15? 15 and higher.
I have an 11, so I won't see anything.
I think Singe has 16.
So Singe will see something.
No. The only person above 15 is Edonia. I have a 13.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Steve is gonna see me do this.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know Singe was counting mine in there. I thought that was his 16. All right. So for Steve, what I'm gonna do is once I got his eye attention on me, while my hand is up, I'm just gonna kind of make a weird gesture. Then I'm gonna hold up my index finger like the number 1, then point at my head. Then the number 2 and point at his head.
Hey, Steve, make a make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what he's trying to tell you.
That has a natural 20.
So I'll say, Dunya, why don't you just DM him and tell him what you're trying to say?
Okay. All right. Steve. Okay, I sent it.
I know. I don't know how much longer y'all want to play, but it's gonna...
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a good dramatic, intense stopping point right there with what I just told him.
Yeah.
It is.
As long as everyone else is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's just Phalar standing there with the tray with a pint for everybody of the house special. They're just like, what the hell did I just leave and come back to?
Well, all right, guys.